maybe a little one. Good afternoon, all. I know the last episode was a bit of a... oh, excuse me. There, yes, you there, with the camera. Not within 50 feet of me. Thank you. Yes, that's right, about there, next to the list of approved questions. Thank you very much. Bloody serfs. As I was saying, we understand that in these times of unfathomable complexity, what you really need is some strong and stable podcasting. To this end, the Pot Topic podcast will have its whiskey reinstated. Now stand there and watch while I attack these chips like John Hurt's face.
I am one with the Force is with me. I'm one with the Force is with me. And welcome to the Pot Topic podcast. Recording on May the 4th, my favourite not holiday.
Yep, and you've got the two best people to share it with.
On this, I am Tommy, one of your hosts, and with me our other hosts, we have Chris Howitzerbug.
Hello.
And we have Darren.
No, I want a bigger intro, please. More. Don't rush it.
And we have the one, the only, Chris Howitzerbug.
And Taz
there.
Yeah, I'm also here. Oh, thank fuck, that would have been a bit too much for me.
You escaped my bedroom.
I escaped, sorry?
How did you get out?
On this podcast, we have a few pots full of topics from the community, from the host. We pull them out at random and bullshit for about 2 hours. And we also drink whiskey.
We certainly do. Tom, would you care to walk us through?
I see what you did there. It's Johnny Walker Double Black.
Ooh.
Blended Scotch whiskey. A rich, intense, smoky blend containing whiskey matured in deep charred oak casks.
I like this one.
Charred oak casks.
Yep. Ready for it?
Interesting.
Ready for a pop?
Oh, yeah.
Tease.
That's right. Johnny Walker, don't do no pop.
I'm sorry,
not.
I've broken my ankle. Can you pop the whiskey song?
Pass it around.
There you go.
Or decant, whatever.
Right.
Right.
Well,
So, what's everyone been up to?
I went to Wales.
You did?
That was pretty cool.
I'm sorry that you had to go to Wales. What made you have to do that?
Oh, dude, don't. I mean, Wales. Like, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna live my truth. As I am an Englishman, and I openly admit that Wales kicks the shit out of England.
Wow,
that fucking country is
pretty
beautiful.
Cool,
yeah. No, we went there. There were 16 of us. It was just a bunch of the mates, and the original thing came about when there was a video that popped up on Facebook about a zipline called Velocity.
wow!
It's like one of the biggest, if not the biggest. It's certainly the fastest zipline in Europe, or what have you. Perhaps one of the biggest in the world. And everyone was like, "Shall we fucking?" And everyone was like, "Let's fucking." So I think in the end, sort of 16 people went, yep. And some of our lovelies organised the trip.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to Wales. There was some people hiked up Snowdonia.
Wow.
And they did that very drunkenly, from the sounds of it.
There's a brilliant photo of Host D at the top of a mountain with a bottle of beer.
Nice.
Yeah. There's another fantastic photo that features Andy, who hosts occasionally. He was talking he wants to come back at some point when he finds time. He sort of
He's a busy beaver.
But there's a fantastic photo of him and our mate Björn, who we've mentioned so many times before, but he's never deigned to come on the show, nor should he. It's kind of to anyone else outside of the group, it's one of those pictures like, all right, this is just two dickheads up a mountain. But if you know them, you look at this picture, you go, yeah, no, that is about the most on point picture I've ever seen in my life. It's perfect. But they went and did that. I decided I didn't really fancy hiking Snowdonia because I don't know, I don't really like walking in groups. If I hike, I fucking hike. I go, and I didn't really like. I didn't want to go. Yeah, I didn't want to get caught in that kind of. I want to properly walk, but I don't want to leave my mates behind, and so I just decided not to. And while they were hiking, I spent a large portion of the time writing up the D&D campaign that I'm working on at the moment.
Cool.
After that, was the day we were due to go to Velocity. So as well as this zip line, we also booked ourselves into Bounce Below, which is really cool. Unfortunately, the zip line didn't happen thanks to inclement weather. But
in Wales?
Yeah, right? But what that does mean is we've got a year in order to book another appointment free of charge.
Cool.
So we all know we just have to go back again.
No.
But we did do Bounce Below, and Bounce Below is essentially, if you imagine not a cave, a cavern.
Right.
Big cavern. Many tools tall. And in it, there are these suspended nets that create these trampoline chambers.
Wow.
So
Fuck.
it is, yeah. And it is as cool as it sounds. I was thinking, I'm more in this for the zip line. I think that the trampoline will be a nice distraction, but once I was actually in there, yeah, no, it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, I bet.
Like,
Amazing.
You're never really on the ground apart from like the access ledge. Mm-hmm. Everything else is just, it's many feet up, and you're bouncing around and running around and being a general sort of dickhead. And yeah, did that for an hour. That was great fun.
Yeah,
and,
sounds it.
That sounds amazing.
And then we sort of wrapped up on the Sunday with a big sort of big roast for a lot of us, and that was lovely. But for the most part, I just sort of enjoyed getting to spend some proper time with my mates again. Like 16 of us, and with 16, it sounds like, oh god, there could be a lot of issues, but there wasn't. It was just lovely times with the people that I love.
Sweet.
I slept. So from when I got up on Thursday, we left Friday. Mm-hmm. From when I got up on Thursday morning to about midnight Monday night, mm-hmm. I slept 11, 12, maybe 13 hours at a push. And so like the beginning to this week has been sleep depth trippy as fuck. But it was just kind of, body just decided, no, do you know what? You can have this one, mate. I'm not going to make this too taxing on you at the time. You can just pay for it later. So
With interest.
Yeah, indeed. So on the drive up, so Thursday night, I just didn't sleep for some reason. Don't know why. I wasn't like overwhelmingly horny. I wasn't overthinking. I wasn't excited, or I wasn't just anything. Body just kind of, I got into bed yawning and then closed my eyes, and then body was just obviously decided, well, okay, do you know what? All I really need from this situation, I don't really care what you think, but all I need is if you can just lie there with your eyes closed for 5 hours while I yawn, and that'll be good. Cheers. So about, just a smidgen after like 5 o'clock, the yawning stopped. And then it was a soft jam sandwich later, and then eyes opened. It's like, well, okay, cool. I guess I'm awake then.
Oh, wow.
Which was, I don't know, I was a little concerned about because I had to stay awake on the car journey and keep Heather sort of company, which was, difficult because I was tired. But the way I decided to entertain myself was once we got onto the motorway, I set about converting her old World of Warcraft character into 5th edition D&D.
That's a way to pass the hours.
Oh, it was good. I had so much fun. I even had to, like, the reason it took so long is because I had to write up an entirely new character background option to fit her head cannon. And
a head cannon?
Yeah, obviously.
Because you get those in D&D.
Well, but I mean, with no, you're right. That's more Gamma World.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll write that into my campaign now. Thanks for the idea.
So, that's been me really. That's Wales. Pretty good. Go jump around in a cavern.
Amazing.
Wales, look it up sometime.
It's not just sheep.
Although there are
the tourist board slogan.
There are lots of sheep.
Oh, do they pile them at the bottom of that velocity thing to cushion your fall?
Oh, do you know what else there was?
What's that?
So while most of them fucked off up Snowdonia, like a small cadre of us who didn't go, went for a walk round the village in which we were staying, and there we found a reggae festival.
Oh, amazing.
Tiny little thing. It was like, like
You've
tiny.
never seen so many white reggae fans in your life.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool that was there. And it was also kind of paired up with, there'd been some sort of fun run earlier. But by the time we got there, the point-to-point fun run was over. And what there was instead was, is it called circuit training? Where what's it called where you got to do the thing running from one end to the other?
Like bleep test.
Yeah, it was like the bleep test.
Right, yeah.
Only instead of bleeps, there is a table at either end. And on this table, the wardens are constantly restocking pints of lager and bitter and bottles. And so by the time we got there, it was just a bunch of Welshies.
It's the get bleeped up test.
Yeah, they were just running from table to table, getting smashed, which was brilliant. Sounds like a wicked idea.
But it does sound like a very good idea.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Chris.
Nice.
What you doing?
Me? I bought a car.
Fuck yes.
And I had to take it back.
Oh,
fuck.
Because when you're driving along and you're approaching a speed camera and you think, ooh, my speedo says I'm doing 0. Definitely not doing 0.
Oh,
That's
wow.
not a good thing. So,
Oh, true, but if you do get a ticket, you can point to the fact that your speedometer wasn't working, I think, and get away with it like that.
If that's the case, then next time I speed, I'm taking a hammer and just bashing the shit out of it.
So I'm currently waiting for that to get fixed and then I can get that back. But I was so excited to get it. Although when I first got in it, it's the first time I've driven in about 6 months. Mm-hmm. And that was when I passed my test. So I did not drive very well.
Right, okay.
Although the funniest thing was that I was getting really annoyed with myself. And you know when you're concentrating so hard and then you keep making these silly little mistakes and you get really angry. I was getting really pissed off at myself. And like my mum was sitting in the car with me and I was probably yelling at myself like out loud, so loud. And I was like, fuck this, I'm going home. And I drove off. And my mum was like, Chris. And I was like, what? She's like, you're driving. And I was like, fuck.
Wicked.
So
what car did you get?
Suzuki Swift.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, it's a little car.
Sweet.
That was most of my week. I also saw the new Guardians of the Galaxy
Fuck
film.
me, how long did it take you to drive home?
That was Guardians.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Good,
Yes.
that's good.
Good.
There's a little bit too much, my life is bad, no, my life was bad, no, my life was bad. But other than that, it's a good film.
Do they not handle it in a funny
It's
sort
just,
of way?
it's just, there's too much. It's like they do it
Okay.
for every character.
Well,
one
it
after
is,
the other.
it is an American production.
I know, but
that-
considering they're making it a trilogy, they could have spread it over the trilogy a bit more. It's like they've plumped it all in this one film.
True.
But
Yeah.
it does have its good moments, though. It is
Cool.
quite a good film.
Sweet. So not as good as the first one.
No.
Fair enough. Well, I'm still happy to go see it.
Yeah, I really want to go see
The
it.
first
as well.
one bought my faith enough, I think, to follow that one
Yeah,
through.
same.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it enough that I'm still going to watch out for the third one
Good.
when it eventually comes
Cool.
along. And I'm not a big fan of superhero stuff, so.
Yeah, fair play. Neither am I.
Cool. I think, and also it's like the interaction with the Guardians of the Galaxy end of the Marvel multiverse has also kind of piqued my interest in Thor 3, where formerly watching Thor 2 did the exact opposite. I was kind of done with Thor at that point, but knowing he's going to be, I've seen bits of it and they're kind of taking some of that from Guardians. Like, okay, cool, mate. All right, fine. All right, Marvel, you got me. I'll go see it.
Is it Thor 3 with the Hulk
Yes.
battle? Like the Planet Hulk almost type Hulk?
The one that looked like an orc.
Yeah.
The only Hulk we've seen is the one is just Hulk wearing gladiator armor vaguely, I think.
Yeah, that's Planet Hulk.
And it's all right, okay.
That's what I mean.
There's that moment where like Thor's in the arena and he's getting ready to fight, and then the doors open and the Hulk sort of rampages out, and he just goes, yeah, yeah, and everyone watching just like, what is that? Oh, is this cool? We work together, and then Hulk attacks. Tom.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Poof, sir. Poof like your life depends on it.
Well, actually, landmark event. You just reminded me. I washed my car, or rather, got people to wash it for me. And while that doesn't sound like a life-changing event, I never washed my car, so I'm driving around in a nice clean car. Yeah, no, I've washed it once since having it.
Was this inside and out?
5 years.
Wow.
So yeah, inside and out.
Ooh.
It's like new.
To be fair, like, I've never really considered your car to be that grotty.
Oh, it was getting there.
Oh, was it?
It was really getting there. It was getting there so much that I tipped the guys £5 after getting it back because I just like, I felt guilty the fact that you've had to dig through my shit.
Did they discover like new kinds of moss and stuff? Like,
They've probably got new forms of mould growing in their lungs after that bad boy.
Ooh.
But yeah, other than that, my life has been virtual the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
Some highlights. Beth playing Super Hot VR. She was dubious whether she was going to like it, got so into it, she punched a wall full force, like from crouched stance, threw her entire weight into it, jumped, and like Jason Momoa'd the wall. It looked like it hurt a lot, but she didn't feel anything apparently. She's fucking hard. And then also, right, just before she stopped playing it, the reason why she stopped playing it is she jumped from the sofa in our room into the door. Like full shoulder barged it. I wish I was recording it. It was so good. And she was like,
wow.
I got really into it. It was really fun. Drunken bar fights was pretty fun. If you go look at our Instagram, you'll see me and Taz playing it.
Breaking it the way VR games are best broken.
Absolutely. Other than that, Google Earth is pretty cool. Minecraft's all right. It's Minecraft, and I've forgotten all of Minecraft because I haven't played it since the beta. So
yeah, I've not played that in a while. I need to do a new series.
Yeah.
Yay! Was that a sneaky little announcement of How We Land 2?
3.
My bad.
Need to get a VR headset.
Yeah,
and take it to the next level.
Take it to the next level. The third dimension.
Rick and Morty, the Rick and Morty VR game is pretty good. So it's like Job Simulator, where it's just giving you random tasks to do. But the actual story arc is really clever.
Oh, it has a story?
Yeah, no, it has a proper story. So that's pretty good. You don't realise it's got a story till right at the end. It's like that kind of story. Then Lucky's Tale, which is basically Crash Bandicoot. That's all right. It's Crash Bandicoot. Ripcoil, that was a weird one.
Ripcoil?
Yeah, so it's basically Pong, but you're on the paddle. You're a person standing on the paddle, and you've got an opposition at the other end, a real person in their living room with a VR headset on.
Oh, wow.
And you're talking to each other as well.
Nice.
So I was playing some woman in the States, and she was like, I have you now, and kept throwing me stuff. And I was like, nope, don't think so. That was pretty good. Robo Recall's all right. It's a shooting gallery. Nah.
Cool.
Windlands is the only one to make me want to throw up so far, which is a shame because I was getting really into that.
Windlands, is that the grappling?
Yeah.
one?
So
yeah, I want to try that.
It's basically like Spider-Man swinging.
Oh,
like,
wow.
From point to point to point, and you've got to try and traverse like these big crevasses and stuff, and you can only grab certain points and traverse it that way. But the problem is your mind is telling you you're moving one direction while you're looking up for the next grapple point in another direction, whilst also swinging your body in a third direction. Right. And your body's going, I'm not feeling any G-force from any of this.
Yeah, exactly.
None of this makes sense.
Yeah.
So after about 10 minutes of real intensive, I'm speeding through it, you stop. And the second you stop, you go, oh, I need to sit down for a minute. I feel wobbly. But otherwise, that's pretty cool. Medium was awesome. That's basically 3D modelling, like modelling clay. That's
yes.
really
yeah, I
fun.
saw you playing with it.
That is really fun. Rec Room's all right.
Need to play Rec
fanning
Room.
around with other people fanning around, and it's all very nice and lovely, and no one's a dick for some reason. It's an online thing. There are kids about, and everyone's being responsible.
Oh,
it's
wow.
really weird. No one's saying the F word.
Yeah.
No one's saying the N word. Everyone's really nice.
No one's saying the
Wow.
N word?
No one's saying the N
And
word.
this is online.
It's
right?
an online game.
Online. Who knew?
Wow.
Like, they're not even using it familiarly.
No.
Huh.
Everyone is super polite and lovely.
Let's see if that lasts. That'd be
Like, everyone's going, oh, wait, look, come up here. There's a table tennis table up here. And everyone goes up and then plays a round of table tennis. And then, oh, look, I've just found some dart guns. Oh, you run away. I'll try and shoot you. Oh, isn't that nice? It's really nice. Yeah, it's the one place on the internet where you can actually find human beings that are nice. It's
Wow.
weird. Climby, which is climbing.
Oh,
It's
that looks cool.
quite fun.
Yeah.
Also makes you quite seasick, sort of motion sick, but
Right.
you get used to it. After a while, you can just stop.
Yeah,
Whereas
yeah.
in Windlands, you can't stop. So, home improvisation, which is IKEA furniture putting together game. That's pretty fun.
Yep.
I need to play that with someone because you can do it with one person in VR, one person on the computer.
Right.
So you can do like collab building weird things. But Elite Dangerous. Now.
Yes.
Here we go.
Now.
How much time have you actually managed to log?
Only about an hour.
Oh.
Because I just wanted to go out and fly on my ships to basically go have a look at all my babies.
Yeah.
Or I could walk around my baby and look at my baby and it's all baby like. It's like, like being in your ship and then also I thought, I'm going to stand, like there's a load of space around me in my big ships. Like I can just get up and walk around the cockpit sort of thing and have a look. Mm-hmm. The second I did that and I looked down at the chair and there's just this decapitated body there. Like, no head. Just body, which is still twinkling its fingers and reaching out for joysticks and pressing buttons and things.
That's weird.
But yeah, no, that's probably the most fun I've had so far.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Do you find it hard to do the controls when you've got your headset on, considering you've got a lot of buttons and stuff in front of you?
Yeah, with my HOTAS control, you mean? I've kind of learnt where all the buttons are.
Okay,
Just
so
by
it's sort of
playing
muscle
it for
memory.
I mean,
60, 70 hours.
I mean, HOTAS stands for, what is it? Hands on throttle and
Stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's literally, you're not supposed to look at it to know where the buttons are because it should be where you pressing
Okay,
anyway.
it's designed
so
for that.
yeah, it's designed to not look at it.
Okay.
But the problem is that I can't then quickly look down at my phone, look at some information about this station or find a new route or anything. I need to take off the
Complete
headset.
immersion.
Yeah, it's kind of ruined if I need to look anything up.
Yeah.
But I'll find some solution to it. I always do.
Well, what were you doing today? You were downloading voice packs or something?
Yeah, no, that's my how to control the ship with voices. Like they update it, so I'm just updating it. But
Cool.
Nice.
Sweet. Well, shall
that's
we?
been my boring life.
Which issue is this, and when's it going out, Tom?
Oh, this is issue 59, and it's going out on the 14th of May.
Excellent.
I did the recording date, but not the rest of it. Whatever.
Well, cool. Okay, as it's 59, that means we're not on a community special.
No, we're not.
So, Chris, would you care to grab us one from the Hottie Dilla Potty? This one.
That one.
Oh shit, we need to start putting topics in that again.
Is it getting a bit empty?
Topics.
I've got to print anything out again. For fuck's sake.
Well.
I have a topic. There is no name on it whatsoever.
Probably mine.
The most disgusting thing to ever come out of you.
Yeah, this is one of mine. What was I thinking?
Were you thinking something specific?
Well,
when you wrote this?
I think there was perhaps something at the time, but the only thing I can think of now, which I know I've brought up before, was when I had mumps, and I had a wank.
Wank, yeah.
And the spunk came out a bit yellowy browny. That
Have you ever seen
was pretty
Ghostbusters? Well,
I don't know. I mean, other than that, I think. Oh, do you know what? I think one of the most disgusting things to ever come out of my body, particularly my mouth, as a thing that I said to someone, was I was doing a gig with a bunch of guys. It was a rehearsal room thing, and we were we were just setting things up. And this dude had recently broken up with his long-term girlfriend. Like they kind of just agreed mutually, like, yeah, no, this distance thing, it's not going to work. Like he was a full-on jobbing carpenter, and she goes on tours constantly. And he was saying, yeah, no, so that's that. And I mean, I can't remember how I got round to it. But I ended up saying something along the lines of, like, well, I mean, are you okay? And he was like, yeah, no, I mean, I'm all right. It's a little upsetting, but like, I'm fine. I'm just worried about her. To which my response was, I shouldn't worry about her too much. Like, if anything gets too much, I'm sure she'll have 8 inches of dancer to console herself with.
fuck. Kick a bloke when he's down.
Fortunately, it being that particular, like, there are people you can get away with saying things like that too. And that was, fortunately, one of that group. But even then, a lot of them were just like, oh, dude. It's like, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I should have stopped myself.
Oh, dear.
That was pretty grim.
Oh, well, I can't think of anything, though.
Nothing for me, other than like weird coloured shit you cough up or whatever. But the funniest thing I've seen come out of someone
Go for it.
was someone
8 inches a dancer.
No, we were on a bus back from like a night out, and we stop because she's feeling rather ill, So we get off the bus because, like, you know, be nice to the bus people. You don't want to throw them on the bus. So she gets out the bus, turns around, bends over, and just out of her just comes Savaloy. Like,
What? Just a whole Savaloy?
basically a whole Savaloy in about 4 pieces. And it's like, I was sort of laughing and impressed, and I was like, you really need to chew your food.
Oh God, that's all on me.
It
No
certainly is.
wonder you felt sick, but there you go.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, I remember there was, oh God, I almost certainly brought it up before, but at the time, Kel and I went to Downloads, and we'd done the day, music, and then went and got a Chinese, and, went on the rides. And as we were walking back, like, Kel was just like, oh, no, I feel sick. I was like, I'm going to throw up. And, pretty much, as with the Savaloy, just left fully formed noodles
Oh no!
next to the path. It's just like re-noodled. And this
Come out as it's gone in.
and it was so neat, as though plated up.
Garnish, lovely.
I think probably the worst thing has been recorded on this show, actually. And that's Tom meets all the pussy. That's pretty disgusting. That was a pretty disgusting thing to come out of my mouth. Ladies. That was pretty bad. I'm still living that one down. Right. Most disgusting thing to come
I'm
out.
sure.
Is
Okay,
there anything else
I'm
there?
going. Let's think a little outside the box. Has anyone had any like really juicy cysts that they've had to lance? Oh God, do you know what?
No.
See, that's the one thing that will get me. I don't like watching shit online. I've watched some pretty gnarly shit. I've watched some really, really gnarly shit, but it's popping zits
Yeah.
and lancing cysts and that shit.
There's a video somewhere just to ultimately freak you out where someone pops like a zit, but it's not, and like some worm thing comes out and crawls away.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, look up, is it blowflies?
Botflies.
Botflies, that's
Oh.
it.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched those videos, and just watching other animals crawling out of your skin and flying off, or like being picked out or whatever. For some reason, I'm okay with that. I can deal with that. That's like,
It's a circle of life.
But zits can fuck off.
Yeah.
Today's episode is not suitable for those with trypophobia.
All right, cool. Next up.
Oh, yeah, hello, that's me. Okay. Well, this is
Get a
one,
topic.
This is one
Get it in
from
your hand.
the community.
Put it in your eyes.
And the community has
Good
this
scotch.
to say. You're right, Dom.
You're
Hi,
right,
Dom.
Captain Sickbeard, Dom.
Ladies, gentlemen, a toast to strong and stable leadership going forward.
Oh, fuck off. I ain't toasting that.
Yeah, right.
Toast
To some.
strong and stable.
I'd
there we
like
go.
some leadership going forwards would be nice.
Yeah.
Well, I had a conversation with my father, which was him basically saying Theresa May's the only way that this country is going to get sorted out. And I went, that's impossible. It's already fucked, Dad. You can't fix it. You go with the lesser of two evils, Dad. Not fucking Sith Lord May over there. Bringing it back.
Yeah, that's really interesting. There's a really interesting article from it's another angry voice, and he points out basically the whole
Facebook page, that is.
no another angry voice. A lot of it crops up on Facebook, but
Yeah.
it's a blog.
Oh, okay. I only knew it was that.
outside of
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, the whole article. I would do a look for it. Another angry voice, gaslighting, and he points out all the ways in which the Tories are gaslighting an entire nation. And for the listeners that don't know, gaslighting comes from the film Gaslight, in which a husband slowly sends his wife mad for reasons.
Right.
So gaslighting is just convincing people that they're crazy until they go a little bit crazy, which we'd have to be to go for more Tory. They have to be absolutely barking. But yeah, it's all like it makes really simple points. For instance, the whole thing about strong and stable leadership. He points to the fact that May is the U-turn queen. She U-turns so quickly. I don't understand how a mind isn't liquefied by the G-forces. I
Speaking of
really
which,
don't.
he's here tonight. Sorry, the door's just
Oh,
swung
it's the
open.
dog.
Yeah, that was quite creepy.
What did you say?
I tell you what, the Tories are going to sort out this country like that angry man in the pub wanted to sort me out.
If you back away, yeah, just have a look at the list of approved topics. Thank you. Yeah,
fun.
I mean, to the point that this whole snap election has come about from a fucking U-turn. Nice and strong and stable, that is, isn't it? So, yeah, a toast to, well, I don't know, Orwellian bullshit. Thank you very much, the Tories. If you do win, I'm sure it's just going to be, fuck me, 5 more years of good comedy. Perhaps we'll see a proper resurgence of, like, the fucking crushing political satire of the 80s and early 90s.
Well, I am plus.
Maybe Alan Davies will become a fully relevant comedian again. Who knows?
I'm plus motivated to see what happens here. So let's go with it.
plus, mate. Oh, of course, yes.
They just passed that law about privacy, right? Where internet providers are going to be
Oh, the
required
Snoopers
by
Charter.
law. Yeah, they're going to be required by law to keep logs of everyone's activity that the government can claim at any time to look at.
Well, I mean, the simple solution to that is either get yourself a vast antivirus. They now offer a browser that will keep your shit hidden and private. Or show me something Tor.
Tor Onion browser available everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a pain in the ass because you can't resize it, but go for it.
So, I mean, yeah, there are ways and means around that, but I don't know. Here's to the strong and the stable. I'm sure it's a nice idea.
It'll happen one day.
Yeah, let's all move to Wales.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go to Llandudno. Let's go to Llandudno. La 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 la.
I think this one's from Beth because there's no name on it, but it says, "So, what's everyone listening to at the moment?"
Oh, that one might be one of mine again.
Cool. That's fine.
Go
Cool.
for it.
At the moment, I've been listening to Pain of Salvation's latest album, In the Passing Light of Day, which I never really listened to Pain of Salvation before. They weren't on my radar. It's my understanding that they're a prog group, quite often get compared to Marillion. In the Passing Light of Day is not that, like, at all. It's a return to their heavier stuff, and it is. It's always brought me to tears, like, a couple of times. It's a fucking stonker of an album, and there's the whole story. It kind of, as far as I understand, the whole thing originated from the lead singer, or the front man, sort of singer guitarist. He almost died a couple of years ago, and sort of that process, well, almost dying, kind of led him to a process of self-examination and how he treated this and that part of his lives, which has created a phenomenal album, with the help of Ragnar, can't remember his name, but former frontman of Sign, who was in the band. Now he's just left as sort of rhythm guitar and backup singing. But it's a little bit of a shame because, and I'm going to have to, like, try and ignore all the story from now on and just take the music for what it is, because it seems that after all this self-reflection, the frontman has just gone back to being a complete and utter cunt again. So, who knows? But it's hardly surprising, because if you do listen to the contents of the album and talk, like, what he talks about apologizing, or what he apologizes for and how he examines stuff, it's like, yeah, all right, you weren't that great to begin with, so I suppose it could have lasted forever, but the album is good.
Okay.
Cool. Listen to the album. I highly recommend it, and I've got our man from Istanbul, Johnny, to thank for it.
Okay, nice.
Anyone else?
Well, I've been listening to mainly... That's fucking far show, isn't it?
I've been mainly...
This week I've been mainly listening to Paul Bearer, Heartless album. It's their latest album they released, last month before, something like that. Which, if you don't know Paul Bearer, they're very doomy,
Oh, I thought you were talking about...
sludgy.
I've heard of them. I haven't actually heard them.
You piqued my interest there for a second, because I was wondering if the wrestler Paul Bearer come up with a crooning album or
Undertaker
something.
just comes out after him. He's the follow-up act. No,
I like to choke slam those bitches to the floor. Yeah.
but no, yeah, Paul Bearer, they like doomy sludgy metal. But this album, they've kind of added in some sort of like really fancy prog elements to it. Mm-hmm. And like Paul Bearer's sound has always been very much the band playing over the top of the vocals. Like it's not so clear and distinct what the vocals are doing. They're just really harmonious and in the background and very nice. Mm-hmm. But now they've been recorded differently, this album. So there's still songs like that, but then they've added some prog elements and they've actually recorded it well. And it actually sounds really, really cool. They're not as doomy as they ever were, but they're still really fucking good. Especially Cruel Road. Oh my fucking God, Cruel Road. My friend has brought me home again. It's not what it used to be. Oh, so good. Oh,
Fucking sold me on it.
yeah, it's fucking good. And other than that, thanks to Kai, listener Kai, he's kind of reminded me that I used to listen to the Cardiacs quite a bit. So I've been listening to a lot of the Cardiacs.
Oh yeah, you had them on in the car the other day.
Yeah, so in particular the special garage concert rehearsal recordings and stuff like that. I mean, which is like their live album where they just sound phenomenal.
Cool.
Right.
If you want to look at one song of theirs, I recommend going and looking for As Cold as Can Be in an English Sea. And there's a particular video, I think it's probably one of the first if you search that on YouTube, is them just recording in a shed no bigger than this.
Oh, cool.
And
Oh, yeah, it's the one you told me about.
Yeah, they're just like shouting at each other, like the drummer just gets a bit too excited and goes a little bit off time and he's just like, Jim! Oh, fuck it! They're just carrying on. Like, fucking brilliant.
Nice.
And yeah, there's just the bassist there, big fat bald man that he is, just in his Y fronts. It's fucking brilliant. Yeah, that's me.
The new music I've been getting into is brand new, fantastic, cutting edge 10-year-old stuff. That Angus and Julia Stone, Australian duo.
Yes, they do For You. That's my favourite song by them.
Yeah, they're really so beautiful music.
Yeah,
like
very,
so
very
relaxing, nice. Very pretty.
That's the song that Rita first turned around to me and went, this song reminds me of you.
No, doesn't remind me of you, Tom.
Oh, damn.
So them and Amanda Palmer. We're getting into Amanda Palmer.
I don't recognise that name.
As she's often called, Amanda fucking Palmer.
Interesting.
No,
who's Amanda fucking Palmer then?
I don't know. I can't describe it. It's the way that I think of at least her more upbeat stuff is a bit like if Hazel O'Connor started recording music now instead of back then.
I've no ideas. No, I don't know.
She's got a similar sounding voice, quite unique in her style a lot of the time, but also she's got some melodic sort of piano stuff that she sings over, and her later stuff she introduces a ukulele, which works.
There we go.
Out of interest, is Amanda Palmer's songs all about her dead sister, who may or may not have been killed under supernatural
here we go.
circumstances?
Someone wants to watch Twin Peaks again.
Somebody wants to watch Twin Peaks again.
There's new Twin Peaks, isn't there?
Is
There will be
there?
soon, yeah.
Is there?
Yeah.
What, like new or remake new?
No,
Remake new. New.
Is David's
Lynch.
thank you. I was David Fincher. No, it's not Fincher. It sounds like Finch. What sounds like Finch? Dinch? No, David. Just stop at David.
Oh,
David.
Fuck. Sorry to interject. I've just remembered something else that happened in my week.
Yeah, go for it.
Trench Dench came to my pub.
Oh yeah.
Judi Dench.
Oh,
Yeah, she's been a couple of times, but I always avoid talking to her. But that's because I'll just look at her and go, "Hey, you're Judi Dench," and walk off.
she's the kind of person you'd go up and you go, "Oh, hello, how are you?" And are you wonderful? I love a big fan of your work. Whereas you would actually go, "Hi, you're that woman."
We just walk up and go.
So what I did do instead was just text Hal and go, "Your godmother's in." And he went, "Oh, just remember, she's got no forward vision. She's only got peripheral vision at the moment."
Right.
It's like, "Oh, right. No, I've seen Jurassic Park. Yeah, dinosaur rule." No, I said T-Rex rules. At which point Eddie said, Yeah, he does.
timely reference.
Yeah, there we go.
Says the man who
Mark
just made a
London.
Twin Peaks reference.
Yeah.
Never mind. Oh,
Eat a dick.
the other one. I've never really brought them up before, and I really should. Obscure Sphinx, Void Mother. The Obscure Sphinx being the band. They are a Polish. I don't know. I suppose they are metal, and they're kind of stoner. Well, they're not stoner. They're kind of doomy. Kind of. I don't know. They're wicked, but they're female fronted, and she is just become one of my favourite vocalists.
Yeah, she's very
Nice.
powerful.
She does the lot. Yeah, all of it. You want the soft and gentle, wicked. You want the eerie, wicked. You want like the growly, wicked. You want like the roars, wicked. And I highly recommend listening through their album Void Mother, top to bottom. You can find it for free on Bandcamp.
Void Mother.
But if you want one song to sell you, it is 15 minutes long, but I highly was it 12 minutes? It doesn't matter. But I highly recommend checking out In the Presence of Goddess, because, oh, fuck me. What a tune.
Nice.
Not an album we've been listening to recently, but The Strage's latest album, what's it called?
Means to no end.
Yeah, they've just released the making of documentary on YouTube.
Which I still need to see. The documentary for Are You Kidding Me? No is fantastic.
Yeah.
So I really want to see the documentary for A Means to No End. And it took me a little while to get on board with that album.
Yeah,
But it's like
same.
kind of once I figured out that, so it's kind of essentially the same thing, but they've changed one of their little genre influences where Are You Kidding Me? No has this kind of psychedelic kind of injection, this kind of little psych edge to it. The other one plays with folk genres, like a lot. And I'm talking like all the folk genres, apart from, pretty much all the folk genres. And like, once I got that, it kind of made more sense that the album should be more, vocal driven than instrument driven. And it's a fucking good album.
Yeah, it is.
It really is, and I can't wait to see them on the 20th of this month.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
And I think that's pretty much it for like what I'm listening to at the moment. Otherwise, like all the podcasts are pretty much same as.
Oh, podcasts! I haven't even thought about that.
Well, they are things we listen to, Tom.
They are. Adam Buxton just interviewed Mark Merrim. That was quite interesting. Go give his podcast a listen.
Who's Mark Merrim?
From WTF podcast.
Oh, okay.
And stand-up comedian.
Right.
Just had a Netflix series as well, which was called Mirren, I think. Yeah. Other than that, podcast-wise, it's just the same old. Giant Bomb.
It is pretty much just the same old,
My brother and me. Yeah.
Usual stuff.
I did start listening to Dragons and Flagons.
Oh, what, the Gamma World one?
Yeah. Well, no, at the moment it seems to be like fourth ed for the first season, but I haven't really been listening to it too closely. It's just I put that on in the background while I'm typing up my campaign. Already thousands and thousands of words long. It was really long.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I'm excited about it. Anyway, cool. Any new podcasts, Chris?
No, I don't really listen to a great deal of podcasts.
Audiobooks, anything?
No.
No, fine.
This one.
Cool. Well, fuck this topic. Should we do another one?
Yes.
Go for
Oh,
it.
shall we
Have
have a visit from? Shall we have a kai?
Yeah, we can have a kai.
Little visit from Pol Pot. What do I need to roll?
One from the audio topics. I think it's a six-sider. Yeah, it's a six-sider.
Boop. One.
Rolling like shit tonight. Okay, so Kai, what have you got for us?
Of all your personal flaws and vices, which is your favourite?
Thank you for that one, Kai.
Oh, wow.
My favourite personal flaw or vice?
No, I'm perfect.
Modesty is his.
Games. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, it is to like a flaw / vice level that, I mean, if I really get into a game, I get into it to the exclusion of pretty much everything else. For instance, at work, we've not really played. I went through effort to sand down our work table, like really sand it down, fill all the cracks, make everything nice and smooth and pretty, paint it up. And then I spent like hours with a paint pen marking out a region, like a play region, and then extended space so we can, so we got a 3x6 space for epic play. And since then, we've only played one game because I've been distracted by D&D. I've just been like the times that I would be playing X-Wing, I've then just been writing shit up, or or the times where I could be writing book. I've been D&D, or it is to a flaw, but I fucking love it. I love the absolute bottom of arse and arse bottom, quite literally off of it.
I think maybe you've got a similar one to me, because I was about to say, like, my biggest favourite flaw is probably the fact that I have an attention span of an ADD child bottled up, just completely off his tits on Skittles. I move from project to project as quick as I've finished it and never actually enjoy the fruits of my labour much.
But you do finish them.
I do.
That's good.
I will grind myself into the dirt to finish a project and then go, oh yeah, it's working. Well, I'll take a breather. I'll have a nap. I'll go to bed, and then I'll play with it later, and then I'll move on to the next project.
Yeah, exactly that. Sort of like once that bit's done. All right, cool. Next thing. Hey!
That's where we're exactly the opposite, because I'll get into something and I'll be really into it. I will do it for ages. But the thing is, I'll set myself such long-term goals that I get bored halfway through and I'll move on to the next thing. Never finish anything.
Yeah, I mean that is always a risk. I tend to find, well, no, I mean I think when it comes to writing, I have that. And like the longer between like writing sessions, the easier it is to get lost. And it's like, well, okay, fuck, I'll just go do something else then, and get more distracted. But for the most part, yeah, no, when it comes to anything game related, fuck me, I am all up in that sniz.
I think probably my favourite vice as such is probably alcohol.
Yeah.
Of all my vices, which shall not be listed here, I think alcohol.
Oh, can we? Can we make that a time?
I think alcohol is probably my least favourite.
Oh, least favourite? You gather no enjoyment from it, or?
Well, thing is, Tom, I like them all rather a lot. It's just
there's a sex pest one. He's very fond of that one.
Oh, I honestly derive no greater joy than as I'm walking around, or especially if I'm like in a white van, sticking my head out the window and pointing out that somebody has tits. It's my favourite. It really is my favourite. That to me is like eating an entire Arctic roll. It's like, oh, you got tits! Nom 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 nom. Arctic, lovely, lovely, lovely. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, being shallow is quite fun. That's quite a good little flaw to have every now and again. Just not that you act on it, not that you voice anything, just being shallow for the sake of being shallow. Just going, pretty.
I think everyone in the world does that now and then.
I think probably if you were to write down a list of my most recurring thoughts of all time, the first one's going to be, fancy a drink. The second one's probably going to be, now, if you had more tattoos and an off-center lip piercing, I'd make you my wife.
Oh, off-center lip piercing.
Oh, it does me. Oh, I don't know what it is.
I suppose that explains Donna.
Though she didn't have it at the time we met.
Oh, no, but obviously.
Does it have to be properly off-center, or just like supposed to be centre but it's gone wonky?
No, just one there. Just one there.
What, preferably on the left lower.
Either or. I'm not that fussy. Doesn't even need to be on a facelip. Anyway. There we go. There's that shallow thing coming again. Vanity. That is the best sin of all. There's nothing wrong with a good bit of vanity.
Oh, I don't like vanity.
I don't know. I don't know.
Having some pride in yourself and having a bit of bravado about it sometimes. I'm not the best looking bloke around, but I fucking put it out there.
That's positive vanity. Vanity can go the other way, where you care so much about what you look like that you think you always look like shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's,
however, I look like this, so I never have that problem. See what I'm saying?
or there's the complete opposite end of the spectrum where you spend so much time caring about your appearance that once you're done caring about it, you end up looking like fucking clown shoes.
Yeah.
and it just it does.
We've all seen Men a
That's
Cap.
true.
Yeah.
It does get it really does get me, and it's like I have difficulty judging people on superficial reasons, but like there comes a point where it's just there's just been too much that's gone into it, and like they've obviously gone so far down this rabbit hole that the lizard brain, like the little chimp brain, just can't stop itself. It goes like, are you fucking aware of yourself? Are you actually fucking aware of yourself? Because that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But it's I never carry the thought anywhere. I don't treat anyone any differently based on their appearance. But it's always there in the back of my mind, going, rah, rah, fucking look at this clown. Blah.
Yeah, but then, right, so I often have that thought when looking at someone in shell suit, but then I watch Gabba or listen to Gabba, so it's like, I have no leg to stand on because that's the fashion and it's fucking awesome.
Is the shell suit still alive and well in Gabba
Oh,
land?
abso-fucking-lutely. Shaved head and a shell tracksuit, banging. Get your stomp on, let's go.
Oh yeah, man! It's alright. Let's go out. Let's go listen to some. Let's go listen to some Gabba. Who's up for some MDMA?
Oh, it's cat every time with fucking Gabba.
Oh, of course it is. I just like to bang up on that cat, innit? I just so good. I lose my mind. Just oh, I love that Gabba.
Jump style, here we come. Right, yeah.
Floors.
I quite like a solid oak floor. That's probably my favourite floor. I do also like a slate kitchen
Or
tile.
marble.
That's
Marble
up there.
floors.
I mean, I
Marble.
do. There is
yeah. Underfloor heated marble.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
In a bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
and again, I'm pretty sure I brought it up last week even, but just I have a cheap thrill, a pure love of just knowing that Phil Collins is out there wishing to die.
Good.
Because he only can. Did I bring that up at all last week?
No.
Did I not?
No.
So, it gets me through the day. It really does. Knowing that Phil Collins is out there. He's like, oh, hello, I'm Phil Collins. I only want to die. Because why wouldn't he? He's Phil...
Is he deaf?
Oh, he's just...
What is that voice?
This is Phil Collins.
Sorry,
this
deaf
is Phil...
people listening. No, wait.
This is... Oh, fuck me.
Now that's the most disgusting thing to come out of me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing that this podcast doesn't have an audio describe.
Oh, that's like that that tweet
Sorry,
that girl did
sorry.
of all hand signals, and she went, for all my blind followers out there."
God, that's awful.
Oh, dear.
I'm so sorry for that one. It was an obvious joke and I had to do it. Beg your pardon, Ted.
Oh, no, it's just... Oh, that is Phil Collins' voice.
Yeah.
However...
You dislike Phil Collins.
Hello, I'm Phil Collins. I really wish people would stop feeding into the illusion that I'm in any way musical, because then I could just die. Why won't you let me die? I'm Phil Collins and I just want to die. I cannot tell you the strength that gives me.
That was a much better impersonation.
I'm
You're
Phil-
why? Because you said I'm Phil Collins every sentence. You could tell who it was then.
I'm Phil Collins and existence is an endless gallery of agony to me. I just want to die. Why won't you die? I'm so terrible that I once played for Led Zeppelin and they never had me back. Never again. Never once. Because I'm Phil Collins and I can't play the drums. I only want to die. I'm Phil Collins.
My favourite vice is a good old workbench carpenter's vice. They are
dude.
big,
Nothing,
bulky, lovely.
nothing holds or squeezes a pair of testicles better. Wood that you're cutting. If you're cutting some wood, a vice will hold that really well. Good, yes.
Better keep that saw away from my wood.
Although the website's shit. Vice is shit.
Oh yeah, well, been bought out by Fox, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Dear.
Although their news roundup is actually pretty good. Because it's two presenters who really don't give a shit about the news doing the news. So it's just like, this thing happened. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like I've been waiting for it to show its new ownership.
Well, because Austin Walker went there and...
It doesn't work for Vice.
Yeah, he does.
No, it doesn't.
He does. Waypoint is owned by Vice.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Didn't Patrick Klepek end up going to Vice as well?
I can't remember.
So two of
I
our
didn't
favourite
realize
games correspondents.
Yeah, I didn't realize Waypoint was owned by Vice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
He built it inside Vice's grand architecture thing
Yeah.
company.
Yeah, I don't know. I found Vice showing its colours recently with an expose on drug dealers that have kind of taken over council housing and then use it to be slumlords and sell coke. And the whole thing is couched like it is all, I'm a drug dealer and here I am telling you exactly how evil I am. And I'm abusing this system because, like, it can be abused, council housing. Oh, it's such an easy thing to rig. It's like, I fucking see you, Vice. I see like this kind of hard right conservative cushioned up in isn't this an interesting sort of thing? It's like, I see what you're attacking here and fuck you. Fuck you.
What about, maybe it's the same one, the guys that are taking advantage of squatter rights and stuff like that in London. They managed to seize a building that was worth 17 million. It's like this huge building with many, many, many rooms. But I have a feeling the squatters are taking the piss out the guys interviewing them because they're saying they're part of like an anarchistic like settlement complex and they all are responsible for each other. They all live in harmony and all this kind of stuff. And they're anti-fascist. But I can't remember what it stands for, but the anagram of their collaboration is anal. It was like anarchistic nation against something, or I can't remember. But they've got big flags with anal written on them everywhere.
Awesome. I'd have to look that up.
And every time they're interviewing him, he's just got the straightest face everywhere. He's talking about anal and anal this and anal that. And isn't it great? Isn't anal great? And all this kind of stuff.
I'll have to look it up. That sounds fantastic.
All right, maybe Vice isn't that bad. Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure colours will be shown soon.
Cool.
Thank you for that, Kai.
Yes.
Sweet. I see you have one already.
I do.
One from Community?
Lord Chris of Farnan.
This is from Big Al.
Oh, hello, Big Al. It's been a while since we had a topic from you, sir.
Hello. Your hand gets bitten off by an angry toucan. You can... You can
Welcome back, Big Al. We missed you.
You can only replace your hand with a kitchen utensil. Which one would you choose?
Okay, I think a large part of this is going to be the motivation behind the toucan's actions. Have I done something to? Have I done something to deserve
probably holding
this?
a biscuit or something.
I mean,
and got too close. Never get too close to a toucan with a biscuit.
You're holding a pint of Guinness. For strength.
Well, it's just like, if, for instance, if I've gone and murdered this entire toucan's family and he's kind of come back in some sort of John Wickian sort of Taken Liam Neeson style revenge thing to take my hand.
He has a certain set of beak.
He has. Then I will probably kind of accept that I probably deserve this and replace my hand with a shit utensil. If it's just a chance thing, then it will be a slightly better utensil.
A shit one, as in one that's not good for anything, or one that's just made really poorly.
I'm talking one that's not really good for anything.
It's going to rust really quickly, so you can't use it anymore.
No, I'm saying, like, if as a matter of consequence, honestly deserved this to happen to me, I'd replace my hand with a single chopstick.
Okay,
something like shit and useless. Maybe. I don't know.
A blunt knife.
Like, maybe one of those cases in which you can keep a single banana. But, if I didn't deserve it, well, then it's a knife. If it's got to be a kitchen utensil.
Yeah, it's pretty useful.
Oh, hang on.
How about
serving spoon?
How about a can opener so you can rip that toucan open?
Oh, that was awful. You should feel ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, you need one on each hand.
I get it.
Some sort of powered blender so that, obviously not using the blade, but just using the vibrations, I can still please people.
You'd have another hand. Who's to say it's got to be your left hand?
But that's the hand he uses.
Oh, you're right.
Don't make the
to be fair,
puppetry motion of your middle fingers. Come hither with your middle fingers.
Butter. Squeaky, squeaky.
Yeah.
Sniffy, sniffy. Lovely.
Which is the one that gets us to work? I can never remember, left or right.
This is where we need a camera on the podcast. See the three of us sat around this table sort
Trying
of
to work it out.
sharing our methods.
Come to think of it, when it comes to matters sexual, I undo a bra with my left hand, but that's the only place that is otherwise. I'm pretty. Other than that,
Actually, mine's my left
It
hand
has
as
to be
well.
left because
It
you're
does,
right.
doesn't
It's
it?
usually
Yeah.
occupied.
other than that, I'm pretty.
The squeezy hand motion was brilliant there, Chris. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, I'm pretty ambifoxtrous.
Like it.
Wow.
But, yeah, it's like they can all do what's new do.
They can do the voodoo that they do so well.
Indeed.
Coffee grinder utensil hand would be very useful at the moment.
very
Seeing as we just
specific.
every morning I've been waking up and filling this meaty jug thing with a lot of coffee. That's been quite nice actually. Waking up in the morning, walking into the kitchen, making a pot of coffee, and then everyone wakes up. It's like, cup of coffee? Yeah, I'll have a cup of coffee actually. It smells lovely. All right.
I cannot
And you
stand coffee in the morning as a rule.
Are you still purely
I would prefer it in the
utilitarian
morning.
coffee drinker?
Yeah, yep. Hit it mid of the day. Bang it out then. It's unnecessary otherwise. Because I don't know. I just find otherwise like that if you have coffee in the morning, that leads to slump, and there you need more coffee, and oh no, fixation or that word addiction. Thank you.
Just drink decaffeinated like me. And you get all the goodness of coffee and none of the weird ebb and flow.
You can still shit like a
Ebb and
demon.
flow.
Yeah. You don't wake up to do it.
Sorry.
You can still shit like a demon, but you just don't wake up and realise it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking definitely some sort of powered utensil though.
Yeah, you don't want, like, a manual one. Although a knife is pretty good. Maybe a turkey carver.
Oh, what, like one of the electric
Yeah.
turkey carvers?
I'd be like yeah.
Yeah, you could. I mean, at that point, you can definitely start
You could be
getting.
like a really, really shit Ash from Evil Dead.
I mean, you could get yourself into the circus of horrors with like a turkey carver. I mean, obviously, it's not going to make many sparks, not in the same way that, say, having an angle grinder
yeah.
for a hand would. But, it'd be something. Or, I'm sure there's a subsect of the fetish scene that would really appreciate it being jacked off, or being jilled off, rather, with the blunt end of a vibrating turkey carver. Maybe. I don't know.
Edward Scissorhands must have been a sexual awakening for someone at some point.
Probably, yeah.
Chris?
I'd probably go for something a bit weird, like one of those spoons that does spaghetti. Just because it almost looks like a hand, but it's less useful.
One of those spoons that do spaghetti?
Yeah, like a spaghetti spoon.
Like a serving spoon, except it's got like
It's
fingers.
got a hole in the middle.
Oh,
Like a
okay,
hole-
yeah. Ah, yeah, fair enough.
I don't know. Or a wooden spoon.
Or maybe like a rolling pin on the spindle,
A rolling pin on a spindle would be good.
not for crushing
Be
up
great
drugs.
for bubble wrap.
Oh man, you'd be the
No,
lord.
I'd get like some really tacky, cheap plastic spatula and just go around slapping people around the face.
Yeah, kitchen really limits it, doesn't it?
It really does. However, when you say spatula, if you go for one of the proper like wide, slinky, sexily silicone coated spatulas, you can get a good slap with one of them.
Yeah.
And but unfortunately, like when you commit to something like that, that's now got to be your thing. It's like, oh yeah, this is Taz. He's a lovely guy. He will slap you at some. He will have to give you a bit of a spank on the bossy. But don't worry, it's not his actual hand. It's his silicon spatula hand, which is fine. I think
That's okay.
Hang on,
That's
Do you know
ethical.
what? We never really questioned it before.
It does have lols engraved in it, so it's fine. He's Taz, the spank man. Wilmore. Actually, no, that's your name now, isn't it?
I'm the spank man. That doesn't really come off as the Scatman.
No, we got you. You're right.
Yeah, thank you. Sweet. Should we have another one? Does somebody want to pass me the
why
hot
not?
pot?
One from the hosts. Thank you for that, Big Al.
Yeah, dude. Thank you very much. I don't know. I'm now going to be suspicious of all toucans.
Damn it, Toucan.
And to be
One
fair,
already.
I think it's the first time I've thought about toucans in a long time.
You got to be thinking about the toucan, mate.
Colourful beaked bastards. Here's one from Tom. Your most prized possession. Oh fuck. That's not like
If it was working, I'd say my new car.
I don't really prize my possessions.
I have one.
Yeah?
And it's not. It's all right. It's going to sound really weird. It's not that I prize it. It's just the feeling it gave me when I got it, and I still get it from now and then. Is my bed, because I went out. Like I've had a bed before, but this time. No, I mean, I've bought my own bed.
My parents told me I wasn't allowed until I was 18, so...
As an adult male, I have...
No, Chris, you cannot have the bed.
Back in the cupboard with you!
The bed is for the sexing time, and you are not sexing yet! Chris! Not until you're out of the house, Chris!
You're in my house, my rules! Back under the sink with you!
Oh, don't. It's memories.
That's it. Use the Sif as your pillow, like we taught you.
Don't make me drink the bleach again. No, it's because I don't know, when I moved out of my previous place, and like I've gone into this new place on my own, and I just went and bought some new stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the first things I got was a proper big double bed. First one I've ever bought myself, with like my new mattress and everything. Mm-hmm. And I remember lying in there on the first night and just thinking, this is mine. This is my cozy place. This is my new bed. And I just felt so warm and happy inside. That it just...
Yeah, I know where you're coming from.
I sort of bonded with it.
Yeah,
That's my bed. It's my special place.
I think, on a similar note, my mattress is what I feel most attached to.
Yeah.
Like, it fell off the back of a lorry, thank you, Daz.
Yeah,
I've got this memory foam mattress and topper that's just like, it's not my bed if don't have that on it. I may have several different frames down the years.
Yeah.
Although, actually, the frame I've got at the moment, like, is one of those ottoman things that opens up, so you've got massive storage underneath.
Oh, it is so
awesome.
cool.
Oh, wow.
And it's actually my ex-girlfriend who convinced my parents without my knowledge to buy it for me, and I hate taking stuff from my parents, but they're those kind of charitable cunts that just give you everything.
Fuck them.
And thank you for them, obviously. But fucking hell, that reminds me. I went over there this week, as you've already heard with the Tory rant. I walked in, and as I was leaving, my mum just turned around and went, "Oh yeah, no, I've got this for you." Every time I go to leave, she's always got something to give me. I've got cushions and all this shit from them or whatever. I've got this for you. Like, Dad doesn't want it. Hal doesn't use it. Do you want it? And hands me beard oil. At which I slap my face and go, "Oh, you shaved?" It's like, yeah, I did that about 3 weeks ago, and I've seen you 3 times since then. So next time a lady goes, "Oh, you didn't realise I had a new haircut," and gets all huffy. I know, stereotypical, I'm being awful, but yeah, I'm going to point that fucking out, because Rita does it to me as well. All right. Anyway, price position.
I'm going to do pull that dickish move that I do, where I don't really have a horse in this race, because I don't really treasure my possessions.
Oh, I don't know, mate.
Too much.
I'm just trying to think of something for you now.
Well, I mean, good luck.
Any gifts that you've held on to for all the years? Little mementos?
Not really. I mean, in terms of mementos, there is on mine and Heather's dead shelf, there is a crow skull that I got when my nan died. She said, in her will, she said, Taryn can pick 2 things from my thing. And it was a crystal swan and a crow skull. But I'm not overly attached to it. If it got broke, it'd be a shame. But, it's all right. Shit breaks. I don't know. I don't really get attached.
That's quite a good attitude to have, in a way.
Yeah, I mean, everything's replaceable.
Yeah.
And you're not defined by what you own.
Yeah. So a lot of people do get too attached, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I think.
Speaking of which,
I think for the most part, I mean, at the moment, the most valuable possession I have is probably my new laptop, but that's purely because it's allowing me to write again. Mm-hmm. I've finally got something that will hold shit, but when it comes to the holding of shit, that's all. Like, all the important stuff is stored in 2 other locations,
right?
Mm-hmm. And when it comes to the writing of shit again, if that did break, I could do something. I have other options. They're nowhere near as good, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. So I just don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely understand where you're coming from, because, like, although I love my computer and I love how much fucking time I spend on it, breaks, I'll just get a new one. I'm not that broken up about it, but there are certain things that can't be replaced for me. Like, I've got a compass from my grandfather, which, if I lost it, I'd be a little bit broken up about. Mm-hmm. I've got on the back of my door in my bedroom a little canvas that Beth painted up for me.
Oh, yeah.
That says, "Love you more than Game Gear." Which I'd be really broken up about, as well as, like, she bought me a little pet black hole, which is just like...
Pet black hole?
It's just like it's like a little, like, sock.
Don't take it out of the electromagnetic field or we'll all die.
It's just like a little black ball with eyes on it.
Okay.
It's just like a little pet black hole. It's got a little adoption certificate.
Aww.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, loads of little things.
Yeah, I've got little
around.
knickknacks and things,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I too have knickknacks, but I'm not overly attached to any of them. I mean, for instance, like, when I moved out of my mum's house, I had a Tasmanian Devil Beanie Baby, which I fucking adored. Oh, and I do miss it. But, I lost it. It's like, well, okay, well, that's gone now. That's fine. I never really prized it as such. It was just a bit of a shame when it wasn't there anymore. I mean...
Well, just because it's prized doesn't mean it's not a big deal if it gets lost. I mean,
it's just things I don't have that relationship with things. People, well, yes. Like, there are so many people that I prize that I would be lost.
Some not so much, though. I mean, let's be honest.
There's also some not so much, but... I just don't really have that thing with things.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm sorry to be boring and dull. Oh, hang on, no, there is one. Chimp. I do prize Chimp.
Oh, was your little toy monkey thing?
No.
What?
Chimp's the well, I mean, it's currently, I currently keep it in a lockup and just make sure it's fed and watered every now and then, because there's not enough space for Chimp here, but Chimp is indispensable when I have the space for it. I bought it from, I can't remember where the orphanage was, but it was some country somewhere else.
It's not nice to call children Chimp, Taz. I told you this before.
I don't know if child really...
Right. His brother Donkey don't mind.
I don't know if child really fits the bill anymore. Maybe sort of...
I'm getting visions of Nibbler from Futurama.
All I'm hearing is like the Chef Aid Monkey Boy song.
But, I mean, when I do have time for Chimp, Chimp does do a lot of good things to get, like... For instance, there are a lot of... Like, when people aren't here at home, I can release Chimp, get it over, and it will do things for me. And then when Heather comes home, it's like, "Oh, you put a wash on. Well done, baby." Yeah. Cheers, baby. But that's all down to Chimp. I love you, Chimp.
My most prized possession, probably what's her name? Who did I possess last time? Mary Rose or something like that? I can't remember.
That was a ship, wasn't it?
Yeah. She's a bit wooden.
Emily Rose.
Emily Rose, that's the one.
Emily Rose.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you, I don't know, maybe 7 out of 10 for that. No,
Oh, come on.
6 out of 10 for that particular
That was
possession.
at least a 10 possession. That's why it's so prized.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's a person, and people can freak out other people really
She's a
easily.
boat. We've all established this in the law.
And that was the Mary Celeste.
Well, I did a house.
Mary Rose is a sauce.
So
I possessed the
fuck you.
sauce.
Mine was more famous.
Cool. All right, let's move on. So it's one from Community. I'm gonna pull out the big one.
Do it.
Oh, it's been a while, yeah.
PSA.
It's
time for another Kai
multi-topic. So this one is: people have started releasing albums on cassette again. Is this hipster wankery or
Yes.
kind of cool?
No.
Hang on. In this race, I do have a horse. And this happened on the way back from Wales. Heather's car only has a cassette player. And she has one of those kind of cassette to mini jack adapters. So
That's all they're good for.
So that you can plug in a thing and just play it through the cassette player. The adapter started fucking up on the way down. And it was causing all sorts of hassle. And we stopped off at a service station. And I bought a new adapter, and that one wasn't even work. That one started fucking with the electrics of the car. Like, while that was in, the car refused to go above 40 miles an hour, and then spent its time turning my phone volume up and down, up and down, up and down.
Oh, it adapted it into an 80s Skoda.
Hey, well, just out of interest, that wasn't one of you two possessing it, was it?
They caught out. I just fucking cracked my finger into my peer's nipple. That really hurt. Ow.
But,
Fuck.
yeah. So once it was right, we sort of came to the realization that, well, okay, fine, we're just gonna have to listen to the radio. I think we managed it, and bearing in mind she's got an old car, the radio is shit, which is even worse because radio is shit. So when you've got shit radio, shittily, like the whole thing's compounded. Yes, I remember sort of sitting in the car and thinking, and I just had this memory of Haken, their last album. They released the Mountain on cassette. They did a limited run on it. And I remember at the time thinking, oh, I don't know, that's kind of cool. That seems like a really goofy thing to have. But I'll never use it. Yeah. I'll never, ever, 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 ever use it. And I was sitting there listening to Heart FM phase in and out of the radio playing, oh, fuck knows what it was playing at the time. I was just thinking, do you know what? I wish I'd bought that cassette.
Yeah,
I
just
really
have one
wish.
on standby.
Yeah, just to have it there. Even if we had just to listen to that on repeat, it's not my it's my least favourite Haken album, but that on repeat is better than literally anything else that's going to come through this radio right now.
Okay. I'm going to argue that it is hipster wankery, especially seeing as Haken have done it, because they do tend to do the hipster wankery thing.
Yes, they do.
They've released a coffee, which we're drinking right now.
Yes.
I'd approach it from the
They're a
idea
great band,
that not many people do have cassette players anymore. In fact, most companies have stopped producing them.
Yeah,
exactly.
And also, cassettes have a very limited lifespan. Like, you can overplay them, and even if you don't overplay them, they actually age and stop working.
Yeah.
They
degrade or whatever. Yeah.
degrade.
Yeah, so that's what I think is a bit daft.
I mean, obsolete format is obsolete for a reason.
I mean, some obsolete formats could still be viable. Like, for example,
had a resurgence.
vinyl could work, and old vinyl still
has
fine as long as it's been looked after.
And it sounds different, whereas a cassette just sounds bad. Vinyl sounds warm. Like the sound is mellow and warm. I'm not a fan of vinyl because I like to listen to music as it was intended and recorded. However, you listen to an album that's been written with being recorded onto vinyl in mind, like the old records.
Because they balance it purposefully.
Because they were used to producing for vinyl, and it sounds correct and how they wanted it. So you should listen to that old album on vinyl. Listen to new albums on vinyl. It's not supposed to be listened to like that. It's supposed to be listened to in a digital format. So it's wankery.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also you've got kind of analog DJing as well, which is always like
that's pretty cool.
There's always going to be a need for vinyl for exactly that. That's his own.
That's why you have dub
art.
plates. Yeah.
Yeah. But cassette. Yeah. There's just no need for it other than it's whimsy. So because it's whimsy, I can't really talk it down. But I don't really give a fuck. However, I might buy one at some point just in case I have to do that journey again.
Yeah, that's good. Having a backup plan. I hadn't thought of that. Oh, it's just the idea of like the retro nostalgia of it. It's like, no, it's shit. It was a cassette. They were shit at the time.
Yeah,
they would constantly break or fill your car with
they're
ribbons
good to
of
remember,
data.
and it's good to remember the stuff you did with them, but you don't want them now.
All right, it's fun remembering a blank cassette because you were recording music off the radio and all that kind of shit, and that was quite fun, and you were a kid, and that's how you got music because the internet wasn't there.
Yeah,
but we're the last generation that did that.
Yeah, and I still say
so it should die.
I still say cassettes kind of beat the shit out of CDs. CDs are too flimsy.
No,
and they're too inflexible. Like a little knock, and suddenly your music's kind of all over the place.
But same with the cassette. Like the second that thing got wound up wrong or like came unspooled somehow.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Okay, fine. Retracted.
Yeah.
Cool. Chris, do you want to grab us one from La Hottie to La Potty?
So yes, Kai, cassettes are hippie wankery.
Definitely wankery.
That said, we'll buy your album on cassette. I assume that's why you brought it up.
No, I think he understands.
Okay, another one with no name on it.
Cool, so probably from Taz.
Predictions for the next 10 years.
Oh,
Strong,
fantastic.
stable government.
Oh, I was just... No, go for it, Taz.
Okay, I think this is definitely one of mine, and I think the reason I put it in is because we are so bad at exactly this. Every prediction we've ever made on this show is gone completely the other way.
No, we said Mayor of London. We got that one right.
Did we?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
We got
Cool.
one. How many predictions we got right?
One.
We fucked it on Trump. We fucked
Oh,
it
we
on
need to put that on a
Brexit.
T-shirt.
So the next 10 years, I mean, I'm assuming something's going to happen with quantum computing that's going to be interesting. That's about as much as I'm willing to venture.
I'm going to say it's going to be longer than 10 years. I don't think there's going to be a massive breakthrough in quantum computing in the next couple decades. It's very slow process with that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Do you think it'll take just as long as original computing took?
Yeah, I think we're in very
And
much
this is
like
the early stage.
Turing
This is- yeah.
stages of.
Basically.
Yeah, but we do also have quantum computers now. It's like they're extant. Like Google has one, and it started writing its own algorithms that other people don't understand, which is interesting.
Skynet.
Yeah, Skynet's coming.
Go away.
Speaking of Kawaii, sorry, go look at Lady Beard's Facebook page. He just put up a brilliant set of photos of him dressed as Belle from Beauty and the Beast that are just so adorable.
Awesome.
Quite fun.
Fucking love him.
I mean, other predictions include
Lady Beard for president.
I tell you what, I was
10 years
watching a
time.
fantastic interview on TED Talks with Elon Musk.
Oh, really?
It was really good. And they were talking about all the stuff he's doing, all the stuff they're working on and predicting. He's such a visionary guy. Like, he's a little bit of an knob, but he's such a visionary guy.
Understated.
But some of the stuff they were coming out with, like he reckons they're going to do like underground superhighway things where to reduce congestion in big cities as cities grow. And,
I heard about this.
especially with overpopulation becoming more of a thing. That like there'll be little lifts. So you can drive on the normal roads for short distances, but if you want to go like across town, across the city, you drive into this little bay that's like a vertical lift takes you down, and you sit on this little platform thing that shoots you down these lanes at like 150 plus miles an hour. And you can get across in next to no time, put you back up. It'll be like a toll road, so you pay to do it.
Futurama sort of had it right. Instead of the tubes in the sky, it's going to be tubes underground.
Underground, yeah.
With a
But
whole
underground is more possible than sky.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
It's much more likely to actually happen. But that was just one of the many things he was talking about.
Oh, that sounds
it's
cool.
one of the ones I
I'll
can actually see happening.
I'll have to check that out. I mean, he's an interesting dude, and it's difficult not to get behind him because he keeps doing it right. Not necessarily like, boom, getting it right straight out the gate, but I mean, so is Elon Musk? He's behind Tesla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's self-driving cars.
So like the Tesla,
Yeah.
not great, but that's
Step in the right direction, isn't
the
it?
really interesting
Definitely.
thing. The really interesting thing that's come out of that is the battery technology.
Yes.
And it's like,
And a need for it to be pushed forward further.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so, okay, that's really cool. I mean, it's taken some time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like, I understand why you went car. There's the opportunity there to like get cash quickly with like the nascent technology.
Yeah.
And now you're creating even better batteries. Wicked, I get that. The shit they're doing with, is it Space One or
SpaceX.
SpaceX?
yeah.
I mean, that's really, we're
Very
talking
cool.
about rockets that are
Actually
landing.
amazing. Yeah.
That's
And
amazing.
private as well, not funded by a government. So,
Yeah.
Although it has its own bag of cats that's going to be interesting, but
And so Elon Musk, he's the dude behind Google, isn't he? Is it Google or?
what was
I don't know, where else is he?
I can't remember what his was. Shall I look it up while we carry on?
Yeah, but
Oh, God,
There was
that's really
also
annoying me.
those batteries, they've started putting them in housing now,
yeah,
connected to special adapted roof tiles,
Yes.
like solar roof tiles.
yeah,
That's really good.
yeah, brilliant idea, absolutely phenomenal. I don't know. I think. Okay,
They
so
would be
prediction for the next 10 years,
Yeah.
though. I think the next 8.
PayPal.
Oh, really?
That was his big one, wasn't it?
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, but I think the next 8 years are going to be garbage. There's going to be war and everyone's going to die and it's going to be terrible. And then after the 8 years, there's going to be a weird year of confusion.
Do you reckon it's going to be a hot war with North Korea?
A hot war with North Korea.
As opposed to the current Cold War?
I do think it's going to be a hot war because, there's going to be troops on ground and by in a couple of years' time, all the army gear is going to be down to barbarian style. So everyone's wearing furs and they're all built and cut as fuck.
Fucking Mongolians!
And so you're going to get American troops charging over the DMZ into North Korea, and then you're going to have super cut North Koreans, and they're all going to run, and then they won't quite get to hitting each other because you want some fuck? Oh yes, I want some fuck, and then fuck. And it's going to be it's going to be the single hottest war in the world. People are going to be wanking over it for years.
Right.
And that,
I don't even know where you went with that one.
well, he asked me if there's going to be a hot war.
Taking it a twist.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, no.
He's twisted it.
Yeah.
Very clever.
I did a little twisty.
Get some of those Southern Korean longboard girls on the Vanguard.
Yeah.
Just
Well, no, just have them with GoPros recording the whole thing.
I don't know. Right, 10 years. I'm going to say, because I've seen the future is VR and super hot, and it's super hot. I have a feeling that's going to really take off as an
VR.
entertainment form. I'm sorry. I know I'm biased because I bought into it for 600 quid.
I was say
but
some people are saying it's going to be another fad thing that's going to die, but I disagree because I really want to try it out.
Well, I've sat there and the only game other than VR game I've played in the last 2 weeks has been Enter the Gungeon because I had 10 minutes I couldn't be bothered to put on the headset. It's just really entertaining.
Do you think they will ever? So, with the advent of big 3D films becoming a thing, even though they're people are starting to get bored of them, and with the massive now revamp of VR and it's spreading, do you think they'll ever cross? Do you think we'll ever get VR film?
I have a feeling it's going to be okay. So directing a film, I'm not going to say it's simple, but you're basically leading the eye of the viewer. That's what a director's job is to take the narrative from A to B, being the beginning and the end, the correct way that it should be viewed.
There'll have
with
to
a
be
3D
specific
camera.
kinds of film for it.
Yeah, exactly. And having a director with a different set of skills to be able to direct in 3D to make the viewer want to look in a particular direction and things like this. It's going to be a separate set of skills that I'm going to guess most people don't know at the moment. So I think it's going to take a long time for that to get there. Plus the fact that if you're going to do animated stuff or anything that's computer generated or anything that's not just a plain old video, then you're having to deal with the fact so the way VR works is you're having to pump through 2 screens at 90 hertz to make 2 eyes work correctly. Whereas normal standard CG is 60 hertz, 25 frames a second or 60 frames a second, that kind of thing. So you're getting more processing power there to drive the image to you, so you have less of the 3D modeling, less of the textures, less of the shadow, less of the anti-aliasing, the less of everything else that makes things look good. So it all kind of looks shit at the moment. I've just fucking downloaded Alien Covenant in Utero, which
You were really excited about that.
Yeah, because it had... Right, so the poster for it is this white wall with a blood smear across it that looks like the embryo alien, smeared across. It's this looks cool. I'm going to shit me. Fucking watched it. It's a 3D video. You're the alien thing inside someone's chest, and it's a minute and a half.
Is that it?
Yeah, no, that's what I thought it was going to be, but it was a minute and a half of being inside someone.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like being in the womb. It's kind of relaxing. Nice. Hearing these gunshots and people screaming outside someone's body, but that's quite nice, actually. And then you burst out and it's like, oh, cool.
Oh, God, put me back into the void.
And then you run into this thing of, oh, yeah, this looks like a video game and I feel completely disconnected because this doesn't look as good as a normal video game because you're doing
rubbish.
the 90 hertz 2 screen thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, all right.
I don't know, but it doesn't have
Ghost
to
in the
be
Shell.
animated.
Ghost in the Shell one shit. No, it doesn't. It
Like,
can be 3D
film
video
films,
as well.
3D
See-
video would be really good.
But then they
I can
always
imagine
look
it
a
like
little-
a Battlefield or something.
They need to bring the technology forward as well, because the things I've seen of 3D video cameras, like they had one at the WWE WrestleMania event that's just been, and that was quite cool because you're like a camera on the walkway as wrestlers are coming into the ring, and it's just like big pyrotechnics everywhere, people going fucking yes, kill them, and all this kind of shit. And it's just like, this is cool. As you're looking around, you're getting this weird fisheye look at the world, and it's kind of like, yeah, don't feel like I'm there. I feel like a 3D camera. Oh, look down. Oh, there's a tripod. Yeah, I'm a 3D camera.
See, I think, I mean,
But it will
VR
get there.
seems to
Well,
be
yeah, that's it. Hopefully,
Next
within
10
10 years, hopefully, we'll see the first
It's-
like VR films. I
No,
think.
it's going to be. I think it's going to be a bit longer than 10 years because it's VR has followed the same trajectory as 3D film in that it had this kind of explosion at some point where somebody figured out how to do something cool with it, and then the gimmick got old because it was limited, and then kind of fell into the background, and it's seen a resurgence recently with 3D. It was the whole red green transposition thing.
that was.
And
big at its
with
time.
VR, it was those original headsets where you were standing on big roller balls and whatever, and everything was like super blocky, and it was like, you know,
I still
PlayStation
well enjoyed
graphics.
that. Did you ever try one of
I
those?
didn't, no.
I tried a couple of those.
Actually, do you know what? I think maybe I
There
did.
used to be one
but-
at Trocadero.
Yeah.
And there was one on the Isle of Wight, the Black Gang Chine, that I remember being like a fighter pilot thing, and it was actually quite cool. It was like wireframe graphics, almost like not X-Wing, Fox,
Star Fox.
Star Fox, thank you. And yeah, that was all right. It wasn't great latency as you moved your head, and you felt a little bit motion sick, but it was all right. And the one at Trocadero was like a action game. You had a gun, like there was an actual physical gun, and you pointed it and pulled the trigger, sort of thing. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
But it
I
was
mean,
very
so
gimmicky.
I mean, if you look at how 3D has gone again recently, it had a sudden resurgence. And then everything was all with 3D, 3D. And now, like, again, it's
Everyone knew it was shit from the beginning. With
3D has kind of fallen back again but it's remaining there, but it's there as an option rather than, hey, here's your main choice, is that you're going to see this in 3D.
But most people will pick
I
the
think,
2D.
I think that's going to happen. We're in the process with that happening with VR. In the, hey, it's come out, isn't this like, this is better than it's ever been before? Yeah, no, it totally is. And, it lacks some support. And also I think the technology is a little lacking for it to be like wicked. Like there are still bugs. There's still like the motion sickness stuff to deal with.
They've not quite worked that stuff out, although they have made one amazing step forward in this technology. You'll never guess what they've managed to do.
Is it the whole thing about introducing the nose shadow?
That's it. A fake nose.
Yeah.
What?
You put a fake nose on it, people don't get motion sickness quite so badly.
Really?
Yeah.
It's weird. It so fucking works because Winlands has a similar thing where it can put like almost like a windowed view of the world. So you've got like a box as if you're wearing glasses.
Oh, like a
almost.
goggles or
yeah. And at that point, it's not so bad.
Okay.
It's
Interesting.
weird.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think again, both those technologies are going to take a bit of a backseat for a while. It's had a resurgence. There's been a lot of good money put into it. It's become a lot more accessible. With 3D, you've got 3D TVs. You've got an easier route to 3D cinema. You've got that's easier. With VR, this is now something that people can buy. Mm-hmm. And there's support for it.
It's expensive as
but
it is.
I think it's gonna die off for a bit. It's gonna be supported by a hardcore, and then at some point it's gonna have its proper explosion. I think we're still in the process with that particular thing, but I don't know if that's gonna happen within the 10 years.
I'm going to put my money on yes.
But within 10 years, here's my prediction: mankind will wake up.
Nah, that's still the same. No, that's never going to happen.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to make an accurate prediction. That's just my prediction.
Wake up, sheeple. The choir's real.
I'm just scared we're going to have like another. Keep going political. I'm going to stop.
It's difficult to not go political in a world where the politics is so fucking hilarious.
Just the whole state of the.
There's a reason why the Daily Show's good.
There's like a
Yeah,
massive,
yeah.
almost new fascist rising going on around the world. It's like, what? How? Why?
It's all right. We'll have a lefty rebellion soon enough.
Yeah,
It'll be
we're
fine.
gonna have to.
We'll go way too far the other way.
Well, yeah, I
like
mean,
it always has.
I've seen an argument. It's oh god, I really wish I could remember where I read it, but it's this wonderful argument saying, like, don't worry too much. What you're seeing now is the final death throes
Right.
of this kind of thinking. Like we've lived through this for so long, and we've had, fortunately, okay, I'm doing air quotes for the people at home, but fortunately, we've had in recent memory of that going, oh, so badly. Yeah. And that's still in mind. Like that, you know, people still make references to Nazis and dictators and say, hey, you're like, stop being Hitler and all that shit. You know, that's still, that's part of the common lexicon. And so what we're seeing at the moment is just kind of the death throes of this kind of thought.
Right.
Having it never quite went away, and it's making a final push to go, yeah!
Those generations and the children of those generations are still around and they've still got those thoughts.
Thank God for that.
So, I mean, I don't know. I time will tell on that, but I hopefully like seeing a kind of death to that kind of separatist bullshit, which would be lovely. I don't know if that's going to happen within the next 10 years or so, but you know,
Being the 4th of May, I'm going to say that we're going to have one more good Star Wars film,
One more good one.
and then the rest will be shit.
yeah. And do you know what? I think it's going to be the next mainline that's going to be good.
Yeah.
I think because they
I have no faith in the Han Solo thing.
no. But I'm going to go on the Return of the Empire theory that Return of the Empire was the good Star Wars film. It is good. It is actually a good film. Rogue One, also very good, or suffers some.
Oh yes, you watched Rogue One for the first time today.
Yes.
It was my traditional May the 4th day. It's
Right.
buy the most recent Star Wars film and watch it. And Taz joined me.
Okay.
And the latter half of that film is awesome.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like the whole going to get the plans of the Death Star bit is so well done. And fuck me, why can't they just do that more?
Yep.
That whole battle.
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's the fact that as the ships are just like appearing over the top of that Imperial planet, I can't even remember what the name of the Imperial, let's call it Sithorus. And there's a space gate and there's just a shitload of rebel ships, just one after the other, after the other, after the other, after the other. I'm just going, fuck me, look up my army list on the miniatures. X-Wing miniatures, this is about 16,000 points in your arse, Empire. Yeah, it's fucking cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. But I don't know. I think like following the trend, like the next mainline story, Star Wars is going to be pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
and then the rest will be just the same garbage it's always been.
I hope it doesn't go back to garbage, but I predict it will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, it's because they're still flogging that dead horse, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
It's been dead
I
since
just love
1980, what, 4?
I love Star Wars. I love the wars.
And that's okay, I guess.
Everyone has their favourite vice.
I'm trying to think of any more things that are going to happen in the next 10 years.
I will be 42
Oh, wow.
in 10 years' time. Holy shit. I'll be 42 in 10 years' time. I've got to get my shit. So I'm still talking about Star Wars on fucking microphones. What the fuck am I doing with my life?
You've got 10 years to get...
I've just spent 600 quid on VR. Oh, what the hell am I doing?
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. Let's do personal predictions then. In the next 10 years, I'll have a child.
Absolutely, and I will take the piss so badly with raising that child. I am going to do my worst.
What? With my child or your child?
No, your child. That thing's going to learn its first word is "fuck off, dad." Wonk. It's going to be your child's first word.
Say wonk. Go on, Ember. Say wonk. Say wonk.
I'm sorry. What's his name?
Her, Ember.
Ember. Oh God, no.
Oh yeah.
That's fair enough. Do what you want, mate. Your name's Taz. Whatever.
I mean, for girls, I've had this conversation so many times with exes, and I've kind of, for girls, I haven't really thought of boys' names, but for girls, I like Ember and I like Zephyr.
Okay.
Hippie.
I like Alice. Alice has always been my favourite girl's name.
I've always really liked girls with boys' names. So Georgina, George. Or
Yeah.
Charlotte, Charlie. Like,
Yeah.
I've always liked that.
Steve, Greg.
Yeah. Bob.
Yeah.
Roberta. There you go.
There you go, yeah.
I don't know. I think growing up with an interesting name, I kind of want to give that gift to my children. I want
That
it to
curse, you mean?
My name's been wicked. I love my name.
It's very good, actually, to be fair.
So
You do have a good name.
Yeah, I want to give the gift of having an interesting name to my kids.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The fact that the two names I've developed so far, settled on so far, are both attached to an element is neither here nor there.
Neither here nor air.
Neither fire nor air.
Yeah. There's a weird, like, bassy hum going on. I can't work out where it's from.
Your mum.
Oh, son.
Your mum hums at sub-bass frequencies when she comes.
So, speaking about humming, here's Heather. She's just joined us on.
Hello.
All right there, Heather. What have you been doing for the last few weeks?
Paris. Lots of Disneyland.
Yep.
Hurting my foot. Going
Hurting
to
foot?
Wales.
You hurt your foot going to Wales?
No, I hurt my foot and then I went to Wales also.
Oh.
And also I had my foot in pain while in Paris. So I limped around Paris for a while.
Limped around Paris.
I walked around the entire, I feel like the entire of Paris on the Monday after I spoke to you guys.
Yes.
On the podcast. And saw everything, went up at the Eiffel Tower, did lots of...
Oh,
very
tell us about the
touristy
catacombs.
stuff. Oh, yeah.
That was the really, really
Oh,
interesting
shit.
bit.
I would
Yeah.
love to go in the catacombs.
Jealous now. Fuck the princesses. I want to see dead things.
Definitely.
The catacombs is really cool. I had to queue outside for an hour in the cold to get in it, though. But
Yeah, I
then,
can
we
imagine.
could get in there. I paid for the extra money for an audio guide, which told me all about they used to dig for the quarry. They quarried it all out to get all the limestone to build Notre Dame and everything else. And then they all started just building France on top of all of these holes they built all the way around Paris. And then panicked when everything started collapsing in on itself.
Yeah, funny that.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, we literally have no idea how to work out how many of these catacombs there are everywhere. There's just tunnels everywhere. And then so many years later, one of the graveyards broke that, like, collapsed in on itself and made everyone really, really ill because all the bacteria and all the soil got everywhere and everyone got really ill from the plague and everything else. So, like, we just need to move all these bodies. We haven't got any other space. Oh, well, I mean, there's all those tunnels underneath us. So, fuck it, we'll put the bodies there. And they just threw all of the bones in a massive pile in one of the tunnels.
Wow.
And then, like...
French engineering.
And then 20 years later or something, this guy who was in charge of the area and all the tunnels was like, this is really mean, like, this is pretty disrespectful for the just piles of bodies. I'll do something with them then. And then he just decided to stack them all up and turn them into like an art exhibition kind of thing.
Wow.
So they're all just stacked, and there's just hundreds and hundreds of bodies all stacked, and then like some of the skulls are stacked in crosses, and they're all in lines, and then they got like, little tombs, and then they.
Then George Lucas came around. Da, 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 da.
And there is, and it got really popular, and they had a full orchestra perform down there in like the 1800s or something.
Nice.
And it was like
Death Baroque.
the place to go to invite your friends over and see this cool random dead people stuff. It was pretty cool. It was pretty interesting. I enjoyed it lots.
Very jealous. I always wanted to do that.
I
Yes,
wouldn't mind checking out the
same.
catacombs either.
Yeah.
I'd definitely do it again. So yeah,
Cool.
Very cool.
There are no princesses down there, I imagine.
no,
No.
only
There
me.
was one while she was there, yeah.
They couldn't take away the birthday cake. It was silly. Like, the dead body's not going to eat it. Like, going to go to waste.
And then, then went to Wales and had lots of fun on the bouncy castle, which Taz has already told you about. Bouncy castle, the bouncy below thingy.
Cabin thing.
Cabin bounciness.
Yeah.
That was fun. My
Bouncy.
legs hurt for like 2 days after from bouncing lots. And I was trying to race Tobias and Marcus and stuff, like running up and down the full length, trying to jump as high as you can, then trying to do like a pencil and trying to jump in with like one straight movement, which was hard, and nearly fell over lots doing that.
Wicked.
Okay.
Oh, I've just been reminded of an event, and perhaps my favourite moment of the entire trip to Wales.
Yeah.
Which was a joke that was over a decade in the making. And it was, Björn came up to me and he said, Taz, I'm glad of everyone, it's you here to witness this. Now, what had happened is years and years ago, he used to walk to school through the same bit of woods with a mate of ours, Matt.
Yeah.
And on one morning, they're just walking through, and Björn just kind of points over Matt's shoulder and says, "Oh, look, a quarry." And then Matt looks, despite having walked through these woods for so many years, he had a look at it, and it became a big thing. And like, "Oh, look, a quarry" was a punchline in and of itself. So, like, there was this moment where we're sitting outside the pub, having a drink after doing the bounce below shit, and Björn says to me, he's like, "I'm so glad it's you here for this." And it completely caught me off guard for it. Pointed yonderwards and went, "Oh, look, a quarry." Cool. Now, Heather, I believe you've got one from the host pots for us.
It should be one from the community.
Oh, yes, in fact, that's right. One from Sophie's chest.
Or from the community chest. What you got?
This is from Captain Sickbeard.
You're right,
You're right, Tom.
With serial blackmail in the news, I was wondering if someone had a video of you doing the dirty in some way, would you pay the fine or prompt them by releasing it before they get a chance?
3D video it, put it in VR, I'm all game.
Depends what I'm doing and who with.
I mean, if they have the video of it, and I mean, if they have a video of it, of something, of me doing the dirty, I don't currently own any such footage. So I'll call their bluff. I'll make them release it just so I can watch it. And then also, who the fuck am I? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, the world won't care.
Everyone's already seen you dick in our friend group. We're just going to blackmail you.
And the thing is, if it's a video of a scenario that didn't go too well in my favour, then watching it will probably stir the story, like in memory, the story of how that came about.
Oh my God.
And then I'll have a new story to tell.
Oh my God, if it's the video of the girl chewing on your dick like a dog toy, I'd pay good money to see that.
Oh man, just to see my face.
Yeah.
Just to see my face when she went, "Ugh." Oh wow. Yes, absolutely. I wouldn't pay him for it. I'd get it for free.
Yeah, absolutely. I would, I'm pretty much the same. I don't really give a shit.
I'm a little bit more uptight than you guys. I would probably pay it.
I'm the kind of dickhead who posts everything on Facebook in public. Like, I really don't care.
I think it kind of depends on what kind of job you have. Like, if there was some shit on the internet, if you searched my name and then you found a picture of, like, a video of me doing whatever, people aren't going to stop hiring me to make costumes.
Yeah.
However, somebody working for, like, government or parliament or wants to be an MP or something, then, yes, you'd get that off of the internet pretty fucking quickly.
This has actually happened to a friend of ours that I'm not going to name.
Exposed persons. PEPs.
Sorry?
Yeah.
They have a term for that.
Oh, really?
Publicly exposed persons, PEPs. People
okay.
that are in the public eye, sort of thing.
Oh, okay, cool. It happened to a friend of ours.
Yeah, and they got quite distraught at the fact that you can search their name and find porn of them, basically a homemade sex video.
Oh, no.
And, yeah, they are of the disposition where this would be a massive thing, and quite rightly so. So making light of it feels a bit bad for me, but at the same time, I'm not going to give a shit about me.
No.
Yeah.
It's more people that I know and love.
No,
I'd give a shit about, and then I would pay the blackmailer to stop that coming out. To be fair,
Yeah.
if it was me, no, but someone else.
Well, I mean, if it was of me, like, once I knew where it was being hosted, I would freely tell people. And I think just the act of telling people that you got a sex video on the internet is probably going to preclude them not going to see it.
I suppose if it was like Skin Diamond Astoria or London Keys or something, fuck yes, put that, publicise that. I will pay to publicise that.
She's like, "Go look at me having sex with Stoya. Isn't it fucking amazing?"
Look at her cheeky grin. Look at her cheeky grin.
This video that is at public access is perhaps my most prized possession.
There you go. Most disgusting thing to come out of my mouth as well.
Hey.
So are you a no? You wouldn't pay, baby.
No, I don't think it wouldn't really make too much of a problem.
What if they threatened to send it to your parents? Again, it would make no difference to me whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, they're your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because the thing is, like, so there's the thing. If it's going to be as specific as that, I would just send a text to, like, my parents saying, look, all right, this person's trying to blackmail me rather hilariously. They're going to send you a video.
Can you play along?
They're going to send a video of me having sex. Now, you can watch it if you really want to. I imagine you probably don't, but yeah.
Forewarned.
Play along.
Yeah.
If you knew it was being videotaped at the time, would you look to camera and just say, "You alright, Mum? You alright, Dad?" And then carry on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, probably just tell them first not to open a message from some stranger you don't know. They probably wouldn't
That's
anyway.
true, yeah.
Like, if they got an email from somebody or a message from a video, my
Don't
parents
open
wouldn't
attachments.
Open it. Like,
Yeah, don't open any video attachments until
Also,
like, I've had a look
why
at
it got to be blackmail? Why it got to be blackmail?
yeah, fuck your blackmail. Try harder.
What if that was the comments underneath your sex video?
Try harder.
Like a report card. Taz must try harder in class.
However, as like what you said, like if it's like a friend and they're really, really upset about it, then
If it
I
was of
totally,
someone
like,
else, yeah.
I'll get all of our friends together to all put a bit of money in to like help pay it or something.
No, I never play
Have a whip
blackmail.
around. It's also the title of the video.
I mean, never pay a blackmailer.
Nah, report
Because
them.
there's nothing to say they're going to erase it. They'll just do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Report 'em.
Yeah, exactly. Like, blackmail is a massive crime.
Yeah,
Keep the police entertained for a while.
Yeah.
they don't have much to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Wicked. Tom. do
All
you
right,
wanna-
another quick one.
Yeah.
I'm very tempted to go for that big one again, but I'm not. I'm going to go for this one. And it is from Aussie Dan.
Hi, Aussie Dan.
Would an
I miss you.
platypus want to be adopted by a family of ducks or beavers?
Oh.
Let me say that again. Would an orphanage of platypus want to be adopted by a family of ducks or beavers?
Beavers would be more fun.
Beavers seems more natural to them, the way they behave in their habitat, I think.
Yeah.
They don't behave like ducks at all.
Also, I don't really know about the mating habits of platypuses, but ducks are really rapey. They're like proper rapey.
To be honest, I see rape in the eyes of a platypus anyway.
If I was a platypus, I wouldn't want to offend anyone because I'd still have my nature. I wouldn't want to offend anyone and, go with the beavers because it would just be water off a duck's back.
I do like a good beaver.
Oh, dear. There's nothing worse than a bad beaver.
Also, I quite
Adopted by a bad beaver. Bad to the bone. Bad to bone.
Bad to bone.
I quite like the idea of beavers having a secretion competition with platypuses.
Or no, because
So beavers would be like, oh, hey, go on, right, quick secretion. Like,
makes vanilla taste more vanilla.
Lick that, yeah. It tastes like raspberry, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
My bum secretion tastes like raspberry. What about
Look
you?
it up, people. It's a real thing.
So, and platypuses as well. My secretion, it'll kill you. Don't eat it. Or do. Did you kill my parents, beavers?
Is that like a Russian roulette ice cream factory? One of the tubs is platypus extract.
And the rest are beaver.
Which raspberry ripple do you go for?
In one tub is something you'd be quite happy to find in your Dr. Pepper. In the other, not so much. Yeah. So do you know what? Let's go beavers. I reckon beavers.
Yeah.
Just because beavers.
Yeah, definitely beavers.
And also, like, if you live with a family of beavers, there's always the opportunity or the potentiality that you'll end up being warned by a Canadian, which there are worse things to happen to you.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk could happen to you.
You might end up as a coat for Elon Musk. There you go. Yeah, beaver.
I think that's it then.
Cool.
Sorted. One more?
Have we got?
We got like fucking 7 minutes. So
Fucking hell,
fucking
fucking fired going, aren't they?
Go. Quick, quick. One from the host. One from the host.
We're doing a quick fire round. I like it.
Here we go. Okay, we'll try and quick fire this if I can open the thing. Again, no name. How much is that doggy in the window?
£10.
Oh, £10. That's an expensive.
Can I get 15? Can I get 15?
15, 20, oh, that dude is
I'll
such
give
a
you
cock.
50p,
Audio
a
gold.
button, and this courgette.
I mean, like, you know, if it's a pedigree, they're worth like $1.50 or like $2,000, aren't they, dogs?
They're worth a brick that I can smash the window and take ye dog.
There was something on Facebook that I saw of the most attractive micro bulldog. It was like going for 50k to a good home or something like that.
Wow.
That was today on Facebook for me.
People that have got 50k to spend on a dog do not have good homes.
No,
No.
no.
Or
Elon Musk,
they
I'm
have
looking at you.
way too much money.
Well, that's
have
it, yeah. They
many
have
homes.
nice homes, but they don't have good homes.
You should never buy a doggy in a window either. You should never buy a doggy. You should adopt.
It'll suffocate in like that glass case, wouldn't it? That doggy in the window.
They tend to have open. It's like it's not the cube.
Like have they smushed it into the pane of glass? Is it like a really big dog?
Or is it just like a Damien Hirst piece?
Yeah. Half a dog in this window.
Stuffed in.
I saw Dolly the sheep the other day.
Oh,
When I was in
Oh,
Edinburgh.
really?
In Edinburgh, they have Dolly the sheep in like a formaldehyde cube.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's like seeing a celebrity.
How long did she last? Did she last a full sheep's life?
Presumably not. She was staring right at me.
No, but that was quite a while ago.
Yeah, Dolly the sheep was a while. How long does sheep live? I'm guessing like
when
same
was
age
that, like
as a
mid-
dog
late
or something.
And also, that seems like from a capitalist point of view, that seems like an utter missed opportunity. Like to have cloned lamb meat or cloned ewe meat.
These chops are all the same.
There are chops other like these, but you can't identify them. These are the only clones. Yeah,
This is my sheep. There are many like it.
This one is mine. I don't know. I mean, for me, like, how much is that doggy in the window? Far too much. I really don't give a shit.
You're not a big fan of dogs?
Nah, give me a cat.
Yeah.
Give me a cat.
I've always
I'd
picked a
rather
cat
go
over
for like
dog.
the snake or something.
Yeah?
Like
Yeah,
a
I'm
nice
up for a good
lizard.
reptile or something. A good blue-tongue skink. I like a blue-tongue skink.
I mean, skinks were more along the line. I like pets that can offer some affection, and there aren't a lot of reptiles that will do it.
Oh, come
Oh, a
on.
little
Bearded
bat.
dragon, mate.
Bearded dragons are one of them.
They do
Like,
love
bearded
jackals.
dragons
bearded
are great
dragons are
fun.
nice.
Me and Rita are going to the XL to go to a pet national pet show or something on
Oh,
Sunday.
cool.
Hopefully.
So no, we bought the tickets.
Oh, okay.
So so yeah, we're gonna hopefully stroke loads of really cute animals and reptiles. There's like a reptile and snake section, and we're going to a bird of prey exhibition show.
Oh, that sounds
Thing as
really
well.
good. I love birds of prey.
So that should be fun. That's
Was that
next
extra?
Sunday. No, the birds of prey you had to book, but it was free.
Oh, that's pretty cool then.
There was like another super dog live thing that was free, but you had to book, but it was sold out when we just booked it 10 minutes ago.
And he's on Saturday or Sunday.
It was on Sunday.
Yeah.
Actually, so talking about reptiles, I had one in Wales. I had a wiki conversation with one of our mates, Lola, and she was telling me about a point in her life where I think things weren't quite so great at home, and she started off on like loving chickens and like raising chickens,
Yeah,
and then she moved into reptiles, and there was this point where
Hipster to white trash. I like it. I like it.
but particularly snakes. And there was this point that the dude at the pet store, who she had some sort of relationship with, they had these eggs come in, and the dude just said, "Oh, so I got these eggs. Don't know what they are. Do you want to take one of them home and look after it, or or I think it was an egg. So I take it home, and look after it." And so she cared for this egg. It hatched. And eventually it grew up into this. Oh, it was a fearsome beast. Like she was telling me that in order to feed it, she had to distract it at one side of the glass or something in order to have enough time to open the hatch to drop in its food such that it wouldn't attack her.
Wow.
And she just had this like really aggressive
What
snake.
was it?
We'll get to that.
Right.
Living at the foot of her bed for like a year. And eventually she took it into the pet shop, and the dude said, "Hey, what the fuck's that?" It's like, "Well, that's the egg you gave me." That's a black mamba.
Oh,
That's like one of the most deadliest snakes in the world. Like, if that bites you, you've got minutes to live. And she's like, "Well, that's been at the bottom of my bed. Like, you gave me an egg, you gave me that, and that's been at the bottom of my bed for a fucking year. Are you serious?" Like, "Yeah, no, I'm really sorry. I had no idea. I had absolutely no idea."
Where did you get it from?
I don't know. She like, it was just an egg that was given to him.
You don't just find a black mamba egg. You got to go fucking Africa?
those are
Is that
really
Africa?
hard to get
Black
hold of,
mamba?
I'm sure.
Yeah, but the story goes that they went, okay, we don't know what we have to do with this. Like, we can't call the police because these are illegal to own.
Did someone drop them off, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Again, that part of the story is left blank.
Jesus Christ.
So in the end, they had to go, they had to murder it.
Oh, no.
Had to behead it like that. No.
As sad as it is, that's probably the most painless thing they could do to it.
They had to gas it to death, unfortunately. Because
they not look after it?
they're so deadly, and they're illegal to own.
Ridiculously
and,
dangerous.
Yeah, that
You can't,
was...
like, take it anywhere once you've got it.
No.
Like, if somebody found out you had it, if it's illegal.
Poor thing.
Yeah, no,
Poor
I know,
thing.
but yeah,
though.
it's that's the animal getting the short end of the stick there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
No, they used gas. They didn't use the
The pointy end, not the short
Black
end.
mamba, you use a long stick.
How come she didn't, like, try and look it up or, like, take it in and find out? How come it took her a year to ask what it was?
I don't know. We were monsters.
It's
I
her.
didn't really
It's
ask
her. How much is that doggy in the window?
Do you know what? When it comes to dogs, the only sort of dog I'm really interested in would
Husky.
be it'd be a mutt.
I
of
do
some
like
description.
husky.
I'm not a
What
fan.
husky?
I'm not a fan of pure breeds. They have genetically
understand.
they're so fucked
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
That-
Or however I want a fucked up corgi.
A Mongol husky, then?
Huskies are beautiful.
You can
Yeah.
have mixed huskies.
They talk all the time.
They are basically wolves, but
Is that your
they are
impression?
very
Is that your
pretty.
Phil Collins impression there? or the deaf person again?
I'm Phil Collins. I only want to die. Yeah, no, Phil Collins. The reason he can't play drums is because he's just a bunch
got
of
Huskies for hands.
he's just a bunch of husky puppies in a man skin.
I went on a date with somebody that had 5 huskies and a mallet.
Oh,
Babe, you fucked up. You fucked up. He got no huskies.
Yeah, but I tried. The guy wasn't that great. I couldn't stay with him just for the huskies.
No, fuck off. I put up with a lot for a herd of huskies.
You get a sleigh and everything.
I think it's the best, like, first... I think it's one of the best first dates I've ever been on, though. The guy turning up with fuck tons of huskies.
Hell yeah.
They're just giving me all of the leads, going, there you go, you're all right, aren't you? Ah! They're fucking strong as hell. being all
Amazing.
along.
They are.
Was
yeah.
this not the same dude that you went with him to a rave of some description, and come morning you realised exactly how much of
No,
a disaster
that's
he was?
different, but-
Okay, fair enough.
I think I found a guy at a rave, was annihilated. It was our local club night. It was an electro swing night, I think it was, or something else. No, it was like pajama party or something. So I was in fucking pajamas. Went to this night out at uni, and then my friends were like, "Oh yeah, we know somebody's going to. We've got like an illegal rave like underneath a railway track in the middle of nowhere. I think there might be space for you." Got shoved in the back of somebody's like hippie camper van, and like just told to like lay on the floor because if the cops find that I'm in the back of this thing, I'm going to be in trouble. And then turned up and God knows where. And then this guy I'd been talking to at the club, I then went with him, and then we're talking to him, and there was like a fire and loads of music and people selling alcohol and other things. And then went off for a walk with him, and then as the sun came up, he was really fit, like dreaded guy, and then he ended up like when the sun came up and I sobered up, like he had like his front teeth were missing. He looked like and I had no idea where I was. I really wanted to get away, I couldn't, so he ended up like coming back because I didn't have enough money for a cab or something, so he came back in the cab with me, and I was just literally like, and he was like in my room, I was just waiting for him to leave, just like, please just get out. Oh my god, you're so disgusting. Oh my god, I can't believe that I thought you were a attractive. My God, beer goggles are awful.
Dating.
That doggy in the window ain't worth shit. Cool. Right, so I think that's a show.
That's a good note to end
Oh,
on.
yeah,
I like that.
I think that's a show.
Well done. Right. I've got to bring up the outro note, so fill the dead air.
Oh,
The outro notes are coming up. Brace yourselves.
plug time.
It's David Bowie.
I do believe it's plug time.
Yeah. Has anyone got anything to plug?
I have nothing specific to plug, so it's been a little bit of a break, but Howitzerbug YouTube channel. Give it a go.
The new Blood Bowl episodes are up.
There's
aren't
new
they?
Blood Bowl episodes. They're up. We're planning on doing more,
need
and
to catch up
also I've got a couple new series in mind that as long as I can get my arse in gear, I'll get them recorded and get them posted. So
Cool.
keep your eye.
Well, feel
out.
free to... I'm happy to do some VR shit with you if you want.
Oh, that sounds good. I'll have to look into recording VR.
Yeah. Well, most of them output to the screen, to be fair. There's only
Prediction for the
Google
next
Earth.
10 years. There'll be some VR on my YouTube
Wicked.
channel.
There we go.
I'm going to plug the Netflix series Bill Nye Saves the World.
Is it good?
I've seen that
it's all right.
advertised.
It's kind of got that edge of like awkward goofiness that you kind of expect from like a science program, a live science program. And I'm pretty sure some of the laughter is canned. However, like the science is good, and Bill Nye, Bill Nye plays his part very well. He does the presenter thing astonishingly, and there are a couple of as more so in the first episodes where there's a section called Bill Nye Needs a Moment, where it's just him being angry.
Right.
The first episode is about climate change, predictably beating Bill Nye. So yeah, it's good looking into that. But I'm sort of 4 or 5 episodes in at the moment, and I'm interested to see where the rest goes.
Yeah, I'll give it a look.
yeah, check that out.
For me, I don't have anything particular to plug, so I've just flicked through my phone. How about you give Rankin Radio a show? Sorry, I've just turned on off airplane mode. Can you tell there's buzzing in the background? I'm going to say Rankin Radio. Go subscribe to this podcast. If you're around the Brighton area, then give Trickster FM a listen, because the shows go out on that, but they also record the podcast at the same time.
Oh, cool.
So there's a lot of dick fart and bollocks humour,
Okay.
and it's very whimsical, and it's very offensive, and it's very funny, and you'll probably hear quite a few jokes that I do, especially the stench trench dench thing, because
Oh,
that is
really?
well stolen from them.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they're fucking amazing. Also, son of my favourite author.
Yeah,
High Rankin, Will Rankin, is son of
Robert Rankin.
Rankin, the best author ever.
Well, yeah,
Cool. Mine.
yeah. Cool, fair enough.
Heather, you got anything to plug? Do you cosplay or something?
No.
Go on.
If anybody likes sci-fi fantasy books and haven't read Name in the Wind, then you have to read it immediately.
Oh,
by
Rothfuss.
Patrick
Rothfuss.
Rothfuss.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'm getting to the
Okey-dokey.
point where I'm approaching a reread.
I need to
I-
get through that. I need to slog through it. I'm halfway through.
I looked on his website the other day to try and find out when his fucking next one's coming out, and he had load of blog posts of him. He's got in his reading, like his writing room, loads of signs on the door being like "Pat's room, don't enter," and then like his kids had like written loads of stuff on another door being like "Don't enter, don't you dare touch this doorknob," and like taking out of him because he wouldn't let them in their room while he's writing. So I'm guessing he's still writing it at the moment. Then.
I believe it's actually written. It's just kind of editing.
Oh, okay.
He's dealing with at the moment, and yeah, sort of tweaking. But yeah, cool.
Nice.
And if you want to see him in action, go look at Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yes. Oh, including in fact episode 6 of Acquisitions Incorporated, the C Team, which is a D&D YouTube thing that Penny Arcade are doing, which is like they're like a franchise of Acquisitions Incorporated.
Which is the main party of adventurers from D&D.
Yeah, from the Penny Arcade guys, which features Patrick Rothfuss itself. But in episode 6 of the C Team, Patrick Rothfuss turns up to play a character of one of the characters in the C team, and the rapport is fucking incredible, to the point that the DM, Jerry Holkins, who is himself a writer, had to say, did you guys write that? Because that was so good. It's like, no, we didn't write any of that. That was just off the cuff. It's like, oh my God, it's amazing.
Brilliant. Okay, so get on with it, yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
Wicked. So share and tell a friend. It's the only way you can get more listeners. Just search Pot Topic on all your social medias and Google and all that shit, and you'll find us. Sort it out yourself. Our Instagram, if you hashtag Pot Topic Podcast, it'll appear on Community War on the website. And send us your Pol Pot audio topics to emails at Pot Topic Podcast. Also send us any emails. I'm still waiting to hear what ice cream van music you have in different countries. So please make that a thing. Just send that to emails at pottopicpodcast.com. Rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher, 5-star bitches. And thank you all the hosts for joining me tonight, and thank you all for listening.
An extra special thank you to Orangafruüp with 2 U's for the use of their song Trippples with 3 P's for our theme tune,
which you're hearing right now.
At the end and right now. Trippples with 3 P's can be found on the subtitled album Orangafruüp with 2 U's. You can go find it on Bandcamp and other places. And go buy it. It's fucking awesome, and they deserve your money.
Yes. Absolutely. Can I get a resounding Boston? Come on! Trippples drop! Wonderful. All right, cool. Well done, guys. Thank you.
Show done.
Bloopers will follow shortly.
Good show, guys.
There we go. We kept losing our shit watching fucking Rogue One because the Imperial "oh shit, the rebels are coming" alarm is.
Oh no!
Never known. Oh, I had noticed it before. Not. It's quite a lot of that film is with that in the background. Really got to me after a while. That just a random dude at the top of a tower, just always.
And the rebels coming. No, someone's let out the turkeys.
We're going, mate.
It's all
right. I'll just leave this running. We can just add it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, I remembered another prized possession is a teddy bear that I got from. Who gave it to me? I think it was my granddad or something gave it to me when I was born. And it's a little white polar bear, sort of in a sitting position, and I've still got him. I've had him for years. I used to have him in bed as a toddler, like to hug him, and then as I got older, like, he lived on my desk, and then he lived on my windowsill. Now he lives on my chest of drawers. Like, he's still there.
Yeah.
And except he's now got one of those expressionless white masks. He just looks fucking crazy when you look. You're like in the dark, drunk as hell, going into your room. You turn and there's like this expressionless white mask on a teddy bear looking at you. Fuck off! Damn it!
Oh shit! Actually, I just remembered. Well, first of all, I remembered one of my possessions, which was a Taz. So I have a Tasmanian devil with a leather jacket and a bandana around his head.
Nice.
Like a Taz.
Yeah, he's almost like an Axl Rose Taz that I got in Florida at Disney. Oh, was it Disney? Yeah. When I was like 10 or something, that I've still got on my shelf. Universal. Yeah, cool. Warner Brothers. Yeah, Universal. Yeah. But also, shit. What was the other thing? What were you saying?
About White
The
mask?
expressionless white mask.
Yeah, when I got my car cleaned today,
They
So,
were all wearing expressionless white masks.
I forgot to say to the guys before I left it to be cleaned, like, don't bother about the boot. In my boot, there are about 25 to 30 V for Vendetta anonymous masks.
Wow.
Which I well forgot were there. And they went, oh yeah, no, the boot was a mess. We just like hoovered up and put all your stuff back. And I was like, oh shit, I forgot to say don't bother about the boot. And it was like, all right. And that's why I tipped them £5 over what I was paying, because it's like,
So, okay.
Forget the masks.
yeah.
2 points, just in case it was missed before you started recording again. There was a wonderful moment where Chris started talking about his prized possession, and Heather turned to me and said, "Oh, don't you have any prize?" Oh, no, you wouldn't. The other thing is, have you seen this? There's a fucking amazing photograph from Humans of Late Capitalism,
Yeah.
which is just a bunch of people in a bunch of Chinese people in a factory wearing masks, hand painting anonymous masks.
Yeah.
Which I fucking adore.
Yeah.
It's so bleak.
Guess where those 30 masks came from? They would
Yeah.
cost me about 50p for the set.
Nice.
I have a teddy bear that I was given from my brother when I was born. It's
Aww.
a Care Bear, the one with the, was he like tender heart or something like that? The one with the heart on his stomach. It's at my parents' house. I still have it.
Yeah.
But then my parents throw away nothing ever. So, I mean, I still own all of the clothes and all the toys I've ever touched as
Oh
a
yeah,
child.
I've got family
So-
hoarders as well. I can relate.
Well, see,
Yeah.
the thing is, like, with a name like Tenderheart, it sounds like maybe the reason they've got the name is because they're not allowed to exercise because they got a hole in their heart and they all die.
In desperate
Well, one
need
of
of an
them's called
aortic
Sunshine
bypass.
has sunshine on his stomach.
It's UV.
Acid.
Allergic.
Reflux.
One of them's got rain on his stomach.
Acid.
Pisses
Water
himself a lot.
One of them's got a four-leaf clover on his stomach.
Luck allergic.
Has so many STDs, it's unbelievable.
Or alcoholic.
It has a shamrock on the top. Watch out for the toucan.
Make sure you're equipped
Bringing
with
it.
2 can openers. I'm just gonna pound that joke into the ground until it's not
Do it.
funny anymore.
Oh no, that was to the, at the
Two
beginning.
can
mate.
needs 2 can.
2 can openers.
You hate teeth.
I hate things wrong. That's like my. Oh, okay. We're getting into this. That's my.
Yeah, let's get
That's
into
like
this.
like people have their phobias, things
Like
they can't
Tumblr
handle.
Yeah.
Right. What I can't handle is problems with teeth,
Oh, really?
especially when it's damage or removal or pain or I don't do teeth. Teeth is a big no for me. Going to the dentist, I might as well like hang myself. Like,
Oh, so you don't go to the dentist?
no, I haven't been to the dentist since I went to the orthodontist when I was 15.
Even though that may give you problems with your teeth?
No, because of my fear, I take really good care of my teeth.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
The closest I got was when I went to the in-house doctor. He's a registered like proper doctor. He is like contracted into my work, and he does because our work they have an in-house doctor you can go and you can make appointments and go and see and stuff. It's one of the
Okay, wow.
benefits. Yeah, it's one of the
Yeah.
benefits. And he is an ex-dentist. And so when I went in for the one time I've properly gone to see him for like my full physical, I went for a full physical the first year I was there. And I asked him to check my teeth because I hadn't been to a dentist for so long. And he said, oh, no, you're actually pretty good. Like, just keep looking after your teeth. You'll be fine. So I was like, good.
Oh, okay.
If ever I need to get a tooth looked at, if I need a filling or anything, they will have to put me under anaesthetic or that dentist will be unconscious on the floor before, and look at how small I am.
Oh, man, I would love to see you get tooth fierce.
Oh.
He's like, nope. So how did you deal with the doctor having a look then? Just because you
He
knew
just had a
didn't-
look.
Just because you knew he didn't have a drill to hand.
Yes,
in case.
basically.
Okay, interesting.
Basically. Yeah. No, I couldn't handle it. My one story that I have, like, people have stories. Like, you have a whole host of stories. I don't have many stories. One of the only stories I've had, I think I've told it on the podcast, was my Michael McIntyre story.
Right.
Where, the one where I, basically passed out into a door and knocked over a table in the middle of his show.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
Yeah. But basically he did, in one of his recent ones, I went to one of his, you can go to these, tester ones where they're testing out new material and stuff.
Yeah.
He did this whole skit about when he was having this tooth out, but there was a problem. And so he had to have it, like, it was sort of half out, and he had to go to the hospital, and he was trying to talk to people, and it was blood everywhere, and basically this was not working for me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna leave now, because I wasn't feeling too good. And, like, yeah, I completely related to your description of what it's like before you faint.
Yeah. Really?
Because I've only fainted.
Really? I'm going to vomit now. Is that how this is going down?
I've only fainted twice in my whole life. Yeah, I thought, oh god, I'm really queasy. I'm going to blow chunks in this, like, little, like, quite intimate space.
And that's unfortunate, because Chunks was the usher's name. Sorry.
Yeah, he was disappointed.
Yeah.
So I got up and I went to leave.
Leave my head back.
No, don't do that. I remember getting up to leave, and I remember going to walk out the room. Then I wake up on the floor outside, looking up at the sky, similar to how you did. Turned out that I had walked towards the door, and I must have passed out whilst I was walking, because I didn't open the door. I walked into it. Like, head first at a fast walk, just walked head first into this door, knocked over the table next to the door, which had glasses all over it, and, like, shocked people. And, and they stopped the show, brought up the house lights. 2 people dragged me out by my arms, like.
Oh no.
So I woke up outside in the hallway on this, it was not carpeted hallway. So I was, like, freezing cold on this hallway, shivering, like, woke up looking at the ceiling. People are holding up my legs. And I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
They were holding up your legs.
Yeah, they were holding up my legs.
Yeah, blood flow.
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know. And they insisted on calling an ambulance for me. So this is the one time I've ridden in an ambulance as well.
Oh, I've still never ridden it.
So they called
Fuck me.
I was like,
Fuck me. Okay, Chris, what you've just told us now is that Michael McIntyre hospitalised you.
Yes. And they gave me free tickets to see the show the following week. His last one. And I went to that show, and he told the story about this guy last week. He said, does anyone know what happened? And I was sitting near the front. I was like, yeah, I know what happened. Like, I was like, oh, you were here last week. I was there. Yeah, we were here last week. And he said, oh, okay. Tell me what happened. What happened? And I was like, I did. It's like, what do you mean you did? I said, I happened last week. I was like, oh my God, what's your name? I was like, it's Chris. Oh my God, it was you. So he brought me up on stage and got me to recount the story as I've just recounted to you now. And he was like, so that's it. I do dangerous comedy. They need to rate my comedy.
Wow.
Yeah. He wrote me a letter. It was not then, but the first night, the night it happened, he wrote me a letter, like a get well, I'm sorry this happened, like, letter. I've still got it at home. I think there's video of me on stage with him, but yeah.
Oh, dude! Oh shit! That is awesome.
That's my only story. So yeah, they took me to hospital in this ambulance. I was like, I don't need an ambulance. Like, ambulances, I know that ambulances cost hundreds of pounds, like, for an ambulance ride.
Yeah.
Don't do it, because I'm fine, honestly. Yeah. Just take me home. I'll send me home. I can go home. I'll be fine. But no, they insisted. So that's the end of the bloopers.
And that's love.